Okay.
We've got about 45 seconds.
Sounds good.
Broadcasting live statewide from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy who wears a bathing suit in the shower, Pete Schwaba.
Just occasionally, it's not an everyday thing. Like you've never done that. Hey, welcome to Nite Lite, ladies and gentlemen. I am Pete Schwaba. It is great to have you here tonight. Happy Monday. It is finally Monday, as I like to say. We get to talk about some of the things that are on our minds and the things that make us happy, or in some cases upset. But we'll sort it all out. We will get you headed home here tonight and snug in your house with hopefully some good thoughts taking you home tonight. Joining me tonight to produce the show is Mr. Aaron Zomers. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Pete. How's it going?
Going really well. How are you? How is Madison treating you tonight?
It's treating me well. You know, it's a lot warmer. Again, we talked about this last time on Friday.
Yeah.
It's warming up in Madison. You know, we're in the 30s, which is crazy. You know, I like to wear my winter layers, though, so I'm a little bummed out in a way.
But here's the thing, like, you can rock the shorts looking winter because you got those fun socks that go up high, and then you got the shorts. Like, you're one of the few guys I think that could pull off, like, wearing shorts in winter and still not freeze yourself to death.
That is possible because, I do always wear knee-high socks.
Where is that from? Is that just something you got kind of hooked on when you were younger and now it feels right?
No, it's actually medical. I wear compression socks because
okay.
Otherwise my blood pools in my feet and I might pass out.
Oh, dear. I think I just violated HIPAA laws there, Aaron, and I'm truly sorry for that.
Well, I mean, I could have just said I didn't want to talk about it, but no, that's fine.
That's true. So you're really the bad guy here. That's what I'm taking from this.
Yeah, I violated my own rights by telling everybody about my medical problems.
I think you're doing just fine, buddy. It's good to have you here again. Always fun to work with Aaron Zomers. We are going to talk about a lot of different stuff. There's a lot going on in the news today, just by way of entertainment and current events and all kinds of stuff. We're going to get to all that. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl halftime show. Okay, this is interesting. Like, I woke up today and nobody is talking about the actual game, the actual Super Bowl. They're all talking about the halftime show, the numbers, all that kind of stuff. Nobody gives a damn about the game, and rightfully so. It was kind of a dud.
Yeah, I'm actually a little disappointed because it wasn't more of a dud. Like, the first half just sucked, and then they actually started scoring some points, and I was really disappointed. I was hoping that I was about to witness the first Super Bowl to not have a single touchdown, and instead it was just lame. And I love movies that are either the best of the best or just awful. I have no room for mediocrity, and I felt the same way about the game.
You know, I would tend to agree with you, except I think the game was not even mediocre. I think it was really dull. And then, like you said, there was a little window in there where it was like, oh, are the Patriots going to do something? Nope, they throw a pick, and it goes right back to. So I would put this in not Stinkville, but it was a dud. Not as bad as a really terrible movie, so to speak, but pretty bad.
At least it didn't have the infamous Black Eyed Peas halftime show.
You know, I can't even remember that halftime show. What happened? What was so bad?
I wish I couldn't remember it. It was clear that either all the members of the band, I mean, like, compare it to Usher when he's been in the Super Bowl halftime show.
Sure.
Amazing singing and breath control and still dancing. The Black Eyed Peas, they're kind of just standing there pumping their fists, not really dancing, and singing horrifically off key. I don't know if they couldn't hear themselves or they just can't sing or what, but it was very bad.
I'll have to Google that because to me, like my all-time favorite Super Bowl halftime show was U2. Right after 9/11, they had that big banner of all the names. They didn't get all the way through it, and people criticized them for that. But it's like it was a nice gesture, and they did "Streets Have No Name" and "Beautiful Day," and it was just a spectacle. And it was so strange at the time of 9/11. It was all kind of a dream. Like I hadn't really processed it until the Super Bowl. It was just kind of like, oh, this is part of our lives. I hadn't really thought it through. But during that Super Bowl halftime show, I literally lost it. I was bawling my eyes out. I thought that was great. I thought Springsteen's show was great. I liked Usher, loved Bruno Mars, loved Prince. And what did you think of last night's show?
I really liked it. I thought,
Yeah.
and I know a little bit of Spanish, but not
Okay.
much. I don't think you need to because the storytelling was set up really well between the camera, the locations. I mean, he was obviously going through his favorite things about Puerto Rico, and the ending was very powerful with everybody coming together, all those different flags of
Yeah.
America, not just North America, not just the United States, all of America united. I thought it was very cool.
I thought it was great. I don't know his music. I didn't really until the Grammys. I kind of watched that a little bit just because I knew he was going to be the halftime entertainment at the Super Bowl. But I don't know Bad Bunny's music. I thought it was fine. I thought it was fun. I thought it was like upbeat, kind of everybody dancing. What you're right. It wasn't hard to follow. Like I kind of was like, okay, are these actually people getting married or is this a staged wedding? Either way, it's about love. I can roll with that. But you're right. At the end, it was cool. It was cool when he gave a Grammy to a younger version of himself, which I thought that was great. And then how about all the cameos? You got Jessica Alba, Pedro Pascal, Lady Gaga performed, Ricky Martin, who doesn't even look. He looks like he's gotten younger somehow.
He really
It's
does.
annoying. But it was great. I thought all that was great. I thought the performances were fun. Again, this is really interesting because I just read this. A friend of mine shared this on Facebook from Media, I believe. And it said the Super Bowl is not meant to bring the whole country together. It's not meant to divide us. It's meant as kind of window dressing, background entertainment for the game. But we've built it into this thing where all of a sudden it has to matter. It has to unite us or God forbid it divides us because there was an alternative show that we all know about, the Turning Point USA show. But I thought that was a great point. It's like, when did we put all this social awareness on a Super Bowl halftime show? What's supposed to just be a fun performance?
Yeah, that is very interesting. And you compare it to a lot of the past ones. A lot of them have ended up taking on meaning. Like you mentioned, U2, obviously that was made at a very particular time. It kind of needed to have meaning to bring people together. But like Rihanna's show from a couple of years ago, it was just a good show.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't make any statements, at least I don't think it did, except, hey, look, I'm pregnant.
Right. The weird thing is, I don't know why people get so upset when they, well, I think I know why, but when they pick Bad Bunny or when they pick Kendrick last year or whomever, so what? Go refill your drink. This isn't for you this year. Okay, you don't like this kind of music. I had never really heard Bad Bunny's music before that. I'm not going to go and start posting on social media and you know, start my own Super Bowl show. It's like, I don't understand where the vitriol comes from toward that. It's just supposed to be a fun, and if one particular year it's not for you, okay, big deal. Most of the Super Bowl halftime shows, like I said, I'm U2. Springsteen, loved Prince, Bruno Mars. The rest, I don't care about. Put whatever on there. I'm just hoping to see a good game. So, yeah, I don't know. It was, I don't know if you saw this, Zomers. It was the most watched halftime show ever.
I did not see that. That's cool.
Yeah, it beat Kendrick Lamar was number one. He had like 133.5 million viewers last year. This year's show surpassed that by anywhere from almost maybe 10 million. But at least 3 million. They're still getting the actual numbers. But and that's with a Turning Point USA show that had like anywhere from 4 to 6 million viewers, I guess. I did not see that show, but that was all in the news too. And I know Kid Rock, I did see part of the Kid Rock performance. That was pretty pretty rough.
Yeah, I went back and watched that one afterwards just as a point of comparison. It was pre-recorded. It was obviously going to be at a smaller scale, and that's okay. Not everything can have the same, spectacle as a Super Bowl halftime show. But when your headliner does 1.5 songs and one of them he doesn't even pretend to lip sync to,
and people paid? Did they pay to get in, or was it a free event?
That I don't know.
Okay. Well, either way, come prepared and do your job. Whatever. I'm not a Kid Rock fan. But I thought it was cool. I thought, it didn't really appear to take any viewers away from the actual Super Bowl because they set a record. And I thought the show was fun. Again, I don't know the music, but I really liked the message of it, the unity, love is stronger than hate, all that stuff. And I thought it was a spectacle. I thought there was a lot going on. They had the sets. It was funny watching those people walk out there dressed as bushes. I kind of got a kick out of that.
I found out why. Do you know why they did that?
Well, I assumed it was just easier to get them out there.
Partly, yeah. It's because they have a limit on how many props they're allowed to bring out there. And so they're like, well, we need more. Let's just have people dress up as grass.
That worked. It was fine. It was great. Good job, Bad Bunny. Bad job, Super Bowl. Give me 2 better teams. That's what I could use. That was really a dog of a game. But again, we're not really talking about it. We're all talking about the halftime show because it's everywhere you look in the news. Hey, without further ado, folks, we got a lot to get to still, Zommers. Let's do the Nite Lite question of the night.
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
Question. Question.
Pregunta.
Question.
Question.
Okay, I have a question. Questions?
This question.
Domanda. Question.
Question.
Questions.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is National Pizza Day. Let's go. Everybody's favorite food. So tonight's question is, what do you like on your pizza? What don't you like on your pizza? Let us know, because this will bring us together, folks. Our love of pizza, halftime shows and side halftime shows together. We need to come together. Let's come together through pizza. What is your favorite topping on a pizza? And what do you least like as a topping on a pizza? Let me know at 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. You can also text us on the Civic Media app. Or if you're watching the radio on the stream, drop us a stream comment. If you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or X, let us know. Do you have you're a pizza guy, Zommers, right? You can't sit there and tell me you're not a pizza guy.
I would not pretend. No, I'm definitely a pizza guy.
What do you like in your pizza, buddy?
I only really have one hard no, and that's banana peppers. Something about them, I just don't like banana peppers, at all. But my favorite kind of pizza, I think, has got to be Hawaiian. I know that's a controversial pick. Some people really don't like pineapple on pizza, but I don't know. It works for me.
It's kind of controversial, but people love it. The people that love it are very passionate about it. I respect that. I'm going to say my favorite is garlic. Probably not a typical favorite, but I love fresh garlic on a pizza. And not every place offers it.
That's true.
So when I find a place that does fresh garlic on a pizza, I'm all over it. I would say probably the thing I don't like, and I don't even hate it, is pineapple. I've tasted it. It actually works better than I thought it would before I tasted it, but, I could do without it, I guess. But let us know, what is your favorite pizza topping? What is your least favorite pizza topping? 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. We've got lots to get to. We've got Zommers saw a great movie over the weekend. I saw a great movie over the weekend that I did not expect to like as much as I did. I went with my wife. I'll tell you about that after the break. I'll also tell you who tonight's guests are on Nite Lite. We have a jam-packed show, lots of fun. Dave on the stream leading us off with the text response that says sausage and pepperoni, and he hates mushrooms and olives. I could almost steal that answer, but I'm going to stick with my garlic. All right, we are coming back. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba. Aaron Zommers riding shotgun. Let's do this, folks. Let's go.
Hazle caso a tu amiga, ella tiene razón. Yo voy a romperte el corazón, voy a romperte el corazón. No te enamores de mí, no te enamores de mí. No, sorry, yo soy así, ya, no quiero ser así, no.
2.7 WMDX, fueled by coffee, driven by curiosity.
Allure Intimate Apparel redefines what it means to feel confident, celebrating every woman, every shape, and every size. Their expert bra fit specialists offer a refined, pressure-free experience designed for comfort, beauty, and ease. Bra, sleepwear, swim, and lingerie, Allure has it all. With a personalized touch and a commitment to service, Allure helps you feel supported every single day. Visit Allure's new location in the Hilldale Shopping Center, where bra fittings are their focus. Visit AllureFits.com. That's AllureFits.com.
There's a small Wisconsin town where the population grows to 10 times its size every February.
Normally we're about 2,600 people. During Berkey Week, that gets up to 20, 30,000.
That's Blair Flickinger with the Foundation for the American Birkebeiner. The skiing marathon started with a couple of people carving a trail between Hayward and Cable 50 years ago. It's also a tribute to the ski culture of another country already hosting its own Birkebeiner. Is it Turkey, Norway, or Germany? The answer coming up.
There's a camaraderie that comes along with this event that is unparalleled.
Those of you here from the Door County Film Festival, I see you guys have joined in. We'll do a sound check in about 10 minutes here. We have another segment between now and then. So we'll bring you in once it's time to go.
Norway's 100-year-old race. And while our Berkey is a well-known winter event, it's still growing by adding other races all throughout the year. There's a slice of Wisconsin. I'm Terry Barr for the Civic Media Radio Network.
Where working people come to talk. It's The Rick Smith Show, weeknights at 9 on the Civic Media Radio Network. Join me for an honest approach to the issues American working families care about. No talking points, no focus groups. Get ready for a heavy dose of democracy, fairness, grit, and no apologies. It's current affairs from a working class labor perspective. Facts are center, science is real, and everyone gets a seat at the table. The Rick Smith Show, weeknights at 9.
Welcome back. I would like to extend my thanks to, to all of you. Everyone who is listening right now, I really want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to Aaron Zomers. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to come clean here. I was in a very bad mood today, Zomers. I got up. I went to the doctor. I had this lingering cough I can't seem to shake, so I wanted to make sure it wasn't like a virus or whatever. So I get up, and on my way back, I get coffee, or I make coffee at home, and I realized about 15 minutes ago, I drank decaf this morning. And I'm not caffeine addicted, but I do need my little jolt in the morning. Never got that today. And I realized when I went up to make coffee tonight, I'm like, God, I need more coffee. This has been brutal today. I have this little marker on the bottom that shows me what the decaf is. I was drinking decaf this morning.
Well, that'll do it.
Really irritated myself. So thank you, everybody. But I feel good. I feel we're talking about some fun stuff here. Halftime shows. We're going to talk Olympics and get a medal count. The USA has won, I think, at least 2 medals. We'll get to that. We have a great question tonight. What is your favorite topping on a pizza? What is your least favorite topping on a pizza? Let's unite over a pizza, folks, and a pizza question. Be part of the show. You can always chime in, whatever you're thinking, throughout the course of the show. The phone lines and text line is always open, 855-752-4842. Jim on the stream says, I couldn't understand a single word, not even Lady Gaga, but I still thought that Bad Bunny's show was epic. That's kind of how I felt, Jim. I knew there was a lot going on. I appreciated the production that went into it, right? And then by the end, like we were talking about, Zomers and I were talking about, I kind of knew what was going on. And just, it was a great message. Silver, how do you say that person's name, Zomers?
I don't know. Silver Highmat, maybe?
Highmat? Okay. Let's just call this person Silver. That's a great name. Pepperoni, Silver says. Silver, I'm totally with you. I like pepperoni with my fresh garlic on my pizza. That's how I roll. So we've got a few things going on here, folks, we have to get to. The Olympics. Did you watch any of the Olympics, Zomers?
I did. I've been watching some of the various skiing things. I watched a little bit of the biathlon, or as the announcers called it, the biathlon with all the athletes. That's one of my pet peeves when people add syllables to words like that. But, just mute it and watch.
Right.
Watch the luge, all that good stuff.
I haven't seen any of those fun things yet. I got all excited because my wife and I went to see Anaconda on Saturday. And we have a discount theater here in Marinette. You wouldn't think Marinette, Wisconsin is big enough for a discount theater. We have one. It's awesome. It's called the Mariner. So we went to see Anaconda, and I really enjoyed it much more than I thought I would. I thought I was going to kind of get a kick out of it because it was just fun. It's Jack Black. It's Paul Rudd. And really enjoyed it. But we went home, or on the way home, we got food. And we're like, let's go home and watch the Olympics. Curling. Sorry. Can't get into that. Got this great food. We get home and we watch people sweeping.
I will say, I like curling better than golf to watch on the Olympics.
That's fair.
But that's a low bar.
That's a low. I would say, as far as in terms of athletic ability, probably similar, right? Like, you don't have to be a mountain of muscle to play either sport. You don't really have to be able to hit a curveball or throw a ball 50 yards. They're very basic, easy sports conceptually.
Right.
But I
it's
kind of
just
agree
more
with you.
The fine tuning.
Yeah.
I'm sure what separates the elite from the average curler is there's probably a lot that we don't know.
Listen, it's obviously it's a competitive sport. It's hard to get into the Olympics regardless of sport or what kind of athlete you are. But if a tip of my hat to all of our curlers out there, I'm sure there's something about it that I don't know. There's a skill, whatever. Having said that, I am very good at sweeping my floor at home. And if they gave out medals for that, I might be in the running. But we've got 2 medals so far, Zombers. We've got Breezy Johnson won for the women's downhill event. I think she got a silver?
I think
women's
so.
Downhill? Yeah, I think it was a silver, which our texter can relate to, who likes pepperoni on the pizza. And then we've got the U.S. women's figure skating team defended their title in the team event. That's kind of exciting. From 2022. They took gold, Zombers. That's the penultimate.
The penultimate, but it's gold?
It's gold, right? No, they won gold. U.S. figure skating team also won gold in the team event, beating Japan and defending their title from 2022. So the penultimate just means like the ultimate.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I bet.
So, no, it's not a separate award or anything like that. You win the penultimate. You win the ultimate pen. But Breezy Johnson won the downhill event. Lindsey Vonn, 13 seconds in. Oh my God! It's just like, and she tore her ACL and was still competing, and you're like, oh man, you wanted to win, and then something like that happens, and it's like, are you kidding me? That was awful. So we'll keep you posted.
Yeah, unheard of to come back from that injury and go back to the Olympics, and then, injured again horrifically.
How do you think she, like, it must be like for that muscle or that whatever the ACL is? Is it a muscle? Is it a nerve? I don't even know. Ligament, right? It's a ligament.
Yeah,
anterior cruciate ligament. So you must just be able to kind of fake your way through something when it comes to skiing. I know you can't do it in running or anything like that, but very sorry for Lindsey Vonn. That's too bad. I think Germany is leading right now with the medal count. I think they have 4 unless this has been updated. But we will keep you posted on the Olympics, folks. It's exciting stuff and many more great events to come. Our question of the night is, what is your favorite pizza topping? It is National Pizza Day. So let us know, and you can also tell us your least favorite if you are so inclined. When we come back, we have 3 gentlemen from the Door County Film Festival. We've got Mike Siegel, host of the Travel Tale podcast, and a comedian coming up at 6:35, and Rich LaCasio in hour number 3. Folks, we're doing it all tonight. We're coming right back. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite.
92.7 WMDX, where thinking is still fashionable.
Hello, thanks for joining us tonight.
And thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us on, gentlemen.
How's it going, guys?
Best day of our lives.
It's been a pretty good day.
Yeah, it's been a little drawn out. If you ask me.
An array
coffee
of
shop all day.
an array of answers.
Well, these guys took it easy on the coffee. I've been doing espresso shots all day.
Yeah. So he's wired. He can go all night.
I plan to.
Oh, and just so you all know, right now we're not live on the radio, but we are still live streaming.
So people can hear us. People can hear us talking. So,
Excellent.
Kurt, I'm digging the. I like the high and tight look, buddy.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Right around Christmas time, I buzzed it.
I love it. I used to do that, and then my other gig, they were like, kind of in a nice way, said, "Do you mind not shaving your head every summer? You kind of look crazy." But it feels amazing, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It's so freeing.
Antonio's got it too. You got the.
Hey, you know, it's a natural thing for me, man. It's been like that. This is nothing new.
Okay.
If they said who wore it better, I'd say Antonio.
Yeah. We're looking more like, you know, what? We're not Dumb and Dumber, are we?
No.
We're slick and slicker over here.
I was gonna say it's a slick look.
Well, I apologize, Antonio. I think Kurt let me know you were coming on, and then we had other messages in between, and I got busy, so you were not mentioned on the poster, but we got you on the. I think we got you on today's poster at least. So, and thank you so much for being here with these guys.
Oh yeah, man. Thanks for having me, Pete. It's always a pleasure.
Likewise, buddy. It was fun when you and your wife came in last year. We had a good time.
Yeah. That was very interesting. And I don't know. We might be back on again sometime in the near future once we release our films.
Right on. Love it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm going to ask you guys about some of the films, the history of the festival, all that kind of stuff. It'll be fun.
Awesome.
Sounds great.
I'll try to remember what films we're showing.
Yeah.
As long as you remember it's the Door County Film Festival, Chris, that you helped found, I think we'll be okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I can do that.
That's the main thing right there, Chris.
And what's the name of your son's movie?
Failsafe. Yeah.
By the way, that's a very funny film.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was your son, Pete. You got talent.
Actually,
you got talent flowing all the way through the family, huh?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's my brother kind of wrote it, and Joe helped him direct it, and then he plays the lead role. But it's primarily my brother's material. But I think that's Freshwater Films is my brother Andrew. So.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got some good laughs
fun
in
one.
it.
We like that a lot.
Yeah, it definitely does.
You guys could be like a new media empire family.
Well, you got to start somewhere, right?
New media empire, right?
Yeah.
We are trying to make one this summer that's a feature that will be interesting. We're kind of racing toward trying to get it done this summer, so we'll see how that goes. As you all know, it's an uphill climb. Yeah.
Yeah.
By
Now's
the way,
time
it
to
seems
put in
like
the grunt work.
you guys are across the room from a laptop or something. Can you speak up slightly just to make sure it picks it up well?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. I mean, we do have a
Definitely.
microphone like right here.
Oh,
We
gotcha.
actually have two mics.
He said it sounds
He's not hearing us very too well, really.
Well, it's because Antonio doesn't speak up.
Yeah. I'm a soft speaker. I'll see if I can elevate a little bit.
I was gonna say,
Sounds
usually
good.
I'm loud on the mic, and it's like Animal from the Muppets, you know.
Yeah. You're roaring. You look. Next thing you know, you're roaring around here.
Oh yeah. So like at the Christmas pageants when we were kids, my younger brother was always just a very loud talker, and so the kids would be going and introducing themselves at the end of their little pageant, and Sasha, Brittany, and my brother would come on, just blow the mic, Everybody covers their ears. So a lot of sound for a little guy.
He made sure he was recognized and heard.
He's like, they will hear me in the back of the room with or without a microphone.
All right, here we go.
All right, let's do this.
You have just one brother, or do you have more siblings? Because I met
I
one
have more siblings.
Okay. 'Cause your brother came last year, right? This was.
Oh,
You had a
rapid
brother come
roll
last year
that
to the
stock
festival.
car for eat too much to
That was the
believe.
older brother.
You know we always
All
got
right.
Michael cigarettes.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Monday night in the state of Wisconsin, and we are broadcasting statewide, because why wouldn't we? Hope you're having a great day. It is Monday, and we are talking about the things in life that make us happy, like movies. We've got a little pro wrestling talk later in the show. We'll talk to my pal Mike Siegel and get his thoughts about the Super Bowl and the halftime show and all kinds of stuff. And we're talking pizza. Our question of the night is, how do you like your pizza in terms of toppings? What is your favorite pizza topping? What is your least favorite pizza topping? Let's come together and be unified in our talk of pizza. Aaron Zommer's riding shotgun tonight, working the board. And now, folks, we've got, this is fun. I love film festivals. And there's one right here in my own backyard, or I should say across the bay, directly just about from where I live, and it's the Door County Film Festival. And it is my pleasure to welcome three of the creative brains behind this year's festival, Kurt Kraus, Chris Opper, and Antonio Polk. Gentlemen,
good evening.
Welcome.
Hey.
How are you?
Hey,
Wonderful.
man. How you doing?
Doing very well.
Thanks for having us on.
You guys kind of have the, we were talking a little bit during the break, and you all seem a little bit fatigued, like the festival is finally here, and you're on fumes, but it's a beautiful thing. Would that be accurate?
That is pretty much it right there.
That sounds spot on. Yeah.
Chris Opper, last time you were here, you made reference in our exchange about how bad the audio was. I don't even remember that. What happened?
So we ran our headphones through this little device because it's the only way I could get two microphones or headphones hooked up.
Okay.
And I kicked while I was moving around, I must have kicked the cord and it unplugged. And the battery died halfway through the show.
Oh, no.
And all of a sudden we just couldn't hear you. And you could hear us, so we look like two yahoos trying to, what's going on?
He got a little antsy in the process.
So it made for good entertainment, I think.
Well, it sounds great tonight. I'm glad you guys are here. Before we get to the nuts and bolts of the film festival, I have to ask you the very important question of what are your favorite pizza toppings? Let's start with Kurt.
I'm a big pepperoni and pineapple guy.
Pepperoni? Is you hear that, Zommers?
You know, I'm glad that I'm not the only one here who likes pineapple on pizza.
It's more and more popular. What don't you
Wow.
like, Kurt? What don't you like on a pizza?
Anything that's fishy, like anchovies.
Okay.
You know, some people dig the anchovies. I never got behind that.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
cod. You ever have cod on a pizza?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's
Yeah.
Okay.
For good
That must be a
reason.
marinette thing. Yeah, marinette.
Antonio, you're a Chicago guy. I don't
Yeah,
know
man.
that necessarily. I'm not trying to pigeonhole you into a certain type
No,
of pizza, but
no.
how do you roll?
I'll roll with the sausage and the mushrooms, and it's ironic because these guys love pineapple, and that's your next question is what's my least favorite, and
Yeah.
guess what? It's pineapple.
Same.
Yeah,
Same,
I can't-
buddy.
The
Hey,
concept is kind of messes with
Yeah.
my whole understanding of pizza.
So, do you have a favorite Chicago pizza, Antonio?
There's a place called Pizzeria Uno, which
Yeah.
has a extremely outrageous deep dish pizza going.
That's
So
good stuff.
yeah. If it's sausage and sometimes pepperoni, you can mix pepperoni in there
Yeah.
sometimes, and a little mushroom, and in a deep dish fashion, man, it's all you can ask for in a deep dish pizza, bro.
I'm with you. Chris, what about you?
I don't really care what's there, but you throw some artichokes on there and I'm happy.
Really? Okay.
I love artichokes.
You know what? I have not had artichokes on a pizza in ages. I like that too, and I forgot about it.
Yeah,
I forgot it was a thing.
Johnny O's Pizza. No, not JoJo's. Sorry.
Where's that?
I was in the wrong town for a second there. People will remember Johnny O's from Appleton, but no, JoJo's up in Sister Bay.
Okay.
They always had artichokes on their sausage pizza, and I loved it.
Oh, that's so great. Do you guys, I know Kurt is in Sturgeon Bay, but do any of the rest of you guys, Antonio or Chris, do you guys live in Door County now?
Well, I don't know. In our last interview, I think I mentioned that, and I don't know if you recall this or not, obviously, but I'm kind of, I don't know if you want to call it bi-coastal. I'm in Chicago, and I live in two places actually. I live in Chicago, and I live in Sturgeon Bay, so I'm bouncing back and forth.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. That's a pretty good existence. What about you, Chris?
Full-time Fish Creek.
Nice. So Fish Creek, Sturgeon Bay, Chicago. You guys are crushing it. That's fantastic.
And actually, I'm at part-time in Joliet now too, Pete.
That's right. Hey, tell us about your gig. What are you doing there?
Oh, it's great. I'm at the University of St. Francis. I'm getting my master's in talent development, and I work with some incredible college students. I love my division, my department, and it's really kind of being thrown into a whole different world. I was like 15 years removed from a college campus, and then to come back, and it's like it's kind of like a 21 Jump Street, when they go back into high school and they're undercover. And it's just kind of like the whole world has changed. Have
you had a toga party yet?
Not yet, but I'm not ruling it out before graduation.
Absolutely. And do a documentary on it so they can play it at the Door County Film Festival. All right, so let's
call it Toga Doc.
That's right. All right, so let's jump into some film festival talk, guys. I love kind of the evolution of this film festival. Chris, let's start with you because you were one of the original founders, to the best of my knowledge. Give us a little bit of background on the Door County Film Festival and how it came to be.
So Joel Kurzabit owns Base Camp Coffee Shop up in Sister Bay, and the old one, he had one. He had closed it down for a while. He's in a different space now, but back then it was this small little place you could fit like maybe 30 people in the room, and they had a film night and they showed some films from Milwaukee Film Festival. So he liked it. Yeah, I said I'd like to do that more often. And I just kind of blurted out, well, I've always wanted to start a film festival. And when you say that out loud, you become the director of a film festival. From that moment on, we just started talking about, okay, well, let's start gathering movies and whatnot. And we liked it. So we did it again the next year and then kept moving.
It sounds like it was called the Door County Mini Festival or Door County Film or something like that.
Mini Movie Night.
Mini Movie Night, that's right.
Yeah.
And then it kind of went into the Short Film Festival, and now it's a full-blown film festival. So, I mean, where do you see it going from here? Like, are you hoping to keep growing it to the point where, I mean, who knows? Is the sky the limit, or are you happy with the size of it right now?
We're pretty happy now. This is kind of where we were heading, but like you never know how things are going to evolve, and we were getting last 4 or 5 years we've been getting more feature films submitted.
Yeah,
and we were actually called the Short Film Festival. So I thought, well, if the features want to elbow their way in, let's do this, and we dropped the short. So now, this year we have 3 feature films.
Nice.
I like that. That feels pretty good.
Yeah. Let's my guests, by the way, are Kurt Kraus, Chris Opper, and Antonio Polk. They are the creative minds behind this year's Door County Film Festival, and all 3 of them are swell guys who have been on the show before. Kurt, I know you got involved next. How did you get involved with this? Is it just through submitting your films, and then you took more of a managerial role? How did that work out?
Yeah, I think early on, so Chris is actually a friend of my dad's. They were working together, and as I was pursuing filmmaking, my dad said, "You got to meet this guy. He's new to the area," and so we started attending the festival just as fans of film. And then in 2023, Confessions of a Sailor actually premiered at the Door County Film Festival. By 2024, there was an artist in town named Rebecca Carlton who had brought a bunch of filmmakers together from all over Door County. That's actually where we met Antonio. That's where I met Aaron Fisher, who's our tech and live stream camera op, audio engineer tonight. And it was amazing because I'd been up here for a time, and we kind of knew of some of the other film people up here, but we weren't aware of how many of us were actually here. And so we all just became friends and started working on projects together. But it was at that meeting that Chris invited me to come work on the festival, and I've loved it since. It's been great.
Antonio, was it the same thing for you? Like, you were making films. I know you're a very active filmmaker too. How did you get involved?
Yeah, it was in that same ballpark as Kurt mentioned. We were like, you know, Aaron invited me to this gathering that this young lady was having as far as filmmakers are concerned. And that's where I met Kurt. I met Chris there and such, and also I had a film that I submitted to the Door County Film Festival last year called Detained, and I was at the Y one day getting my swim going, and I happened to run into Kurt, and I'm like, hey, that guy looks familiar. I was telling, my wife was with me, and I was like, that guy looks familiar. He, you know, when Kurt smiles, it kind of, you know, light the whole room up, you know. So I kind of remembered him by his smile. I said, hey, weren't you the guy who was at the gathering last week of the filmmakers? And he said, yeah, and we started talking, and I told him I was working on films and so on and so forth, and next thing I know, he ended up in one of my films. I casted him in one of my films, Angels in the Ride, which is soon to be released. And we kind of, you know, and at another meeting, Kurt and Chris talked about that they, you know, were looking for some other, you know, people to probably jump in and help out with the film festival and such. So I found myself volunteering to do so, and here I am today.
Fantastic. Well, you guys seem like you make a really good team. We're going to talk about some of the films coming up at this year's Door County Film Festival. We'll probably get to that after a break, but tell us about your venue. You've had Chris, you mentioned you started in a coffee shop. Now you're in this great Northern Sky Theater. Tell us how you found this great venue for the film festival and what people can expect when they see films there.
Yeah, after we left the coffee shop, we were in a village hall in Sister Bay Village Hall for many years. And I just got to throw this out. Sister Bay Advancement Association has been helping us all this time. They never get the credit that they're due, because they're the kind of the behind the scenes people, but they have kept this thing going for all these years. But anyway, so a couple of years ago, we the Northern Sky built the Gould Theater, and we got to talking with them about wanting to move into there and show films there, and they kind of liked the idea, and we kind of were their test bunnies for like whether or not they would want to do, you know, movies there, because they're a live performance studio or theater. So we did it. We all liked it, and everybody's happy.
That's great. All right. My guests are Kurt Kraus, Antonio Polk, and Chris Opper. They are joining us from Door County, where the Door County Film Festival kicks off this weekend. We'll have more Door County film talk after this. We're going to tell you about a Cherry Pie Christmas and The Librarians, two big, cool feature films they've got going on there. This is Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
No, I'm glad you did.
Yeah. Sports for Madison right here on WMDX.
Like, yeah, these are the guys that run the film festival. Well, it's true. But
yeah,
Sister Bay Advancement Association.
Yeah, you better.
They need their props.
And our commitments to you and your home convey that love and spell our name. The Chaz experience is structured to provide.
That's the nice thing on the radio program too, is you got a little more
you can
flexibility to whereas the
right.
morning show doesn't.
The morning show just you spit it out and keep it moving, you know, and you feel like you want to kind of expand on your thoughts and such, but you don't have much room to.
Yeah,
You know.
It's definitely it's got to be a certain window, of time.
Yeah.
But it's the beauty of live anything, live TV, live radio.
Yeah.
You talking about Channel 5?
Yeah, from this morning. I haven't seen it yet, but I think it went pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it. I looked at it. It was all right. I just, like I said, I felt a little limited on my thought process. And sometimes when you feel like that in a moment, you don't know if you came across in a decent way, or if you
don't get
you
time
felt
to
a
think
little
about it in the
generic or
moment.
whatever.
They're
You know what I'm
gonna
saying?
push you through the question
right.
real fast.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. I like expanding along the way and having the freedom and the room to do that. You know what I'm saying?
It amazes me too when I think of like the hosting abilities of Lisa Malik and Melaine Wells, and just how warm and welcoming and vibrant they are at that, that hour of the morning.
Yeah.
Like,
You can tell they're morning people for sure.
They got to be morning people,
Yeah.
or they've become morning people, but
they were just
they're like on point, ready to go.
Totally on point. Fed off of each other, very, very good. Very good with the teleprompter. They were just spot on.
And you think of the variety of guests and things that they have to speak on, and they're so eloquent and just
you can tell they've been at it for a minute.
Yeah. I would be good for about one interview, and then it'd be like, okay, that's somebody else coming. I'm tagging out.
Right.
Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on your local.
Going back to old age, I didn't realize how, just over the years, because I've been removed from using teleprompters for a while, I got asked to come in and do an intro, and I came back in and I was like, can you make that font bigger? Can you make that font bigger? Because I didn't have my frames on.
Yeah.
And then they're like, that's as big as it gets. I'm like, oh, crap.
We're in trouble. Oh, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Back in about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So time for LASIK.
Yeah, no doubt. I remember when that first came into play too. Where it was like, I remember the days where I didn't have to use any glasses, and I got going in front of these casting directors. Are they gonna not like me because now I wear glasses and I can't read the script or whatever? And so I have to really make sure that I'm off book.
It was a teenage wedding and the old folks wished him well. You could see that Pierre did truly love the mademoiselle.
Welcome back. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba. I am Pete Schwaba. Great to have you with me on this beautiful Monday night. In the state of Wisconsin, we have officially entered very early summer. It was in the 30s today, folks, and that's very exciting. So I'll take that. Great to have you here. We've got Mike Siegel coming up in hour number 2. We're going to talk Super Bowl, halftime show, all kinds of fun stuff, and sitcom leading actors. We'll talk about that with Mike as well. And then in hour number 3, WRJN's Rich Locascio will be here. He is part of the Civic Media team and a wrestling announcer, and he's going to tell us all about this really fun event that happened this past weekend and another wrestling event coming up. Our question of the night is, what is your favorite pizza topping? It is National Pizza Day. You can also tell us, what is your least favorite pizza topping? So right now we are talking Door County Film Festival. It is taking place this weekend in Fish Creek at the Northern Sky Theater, a beautiful venue. And we've got 3 of the creative minds behind this year's festival joining me tonight over the stream: Kurt Kraus, Antonio Polk, and Chris Opper. Guys, let's talk movies. You've got this great opening film. I have a gig on PBS, too, where I introduce all the POV and independent lens films, and I write the intros and all that kind of stuff. And I remember looking at the librarians and introducing that film. What a really cool, what a great choice for opening night. How did you find this film? And tell us about the film, too.
Well, that was actually brought to us by the Friends of the Library Door County chapter and the League of Women's Voters of Door County. They kind of partnered up and came to us and said, you got to see this movie. And we would love to sponsor it if you can get it on your program. And it is a great movie and really, really good talking piece for these times when there's a lot to talk about.
You know, I've had David Patterson on my show, whose mom, Catherine Patterson, wrote Bridge to Terabithia, just an outstanding book. It won the Newbery Award. He said there have been places that book has been taken off the shelf. And it's, I know the librarians stand up to this group called Moms for Liberty, and they, you know, they've been outed and threatened for standing up and trying to keep books on the shelf. So I applaud you guys for picking this film. It's it sounds great. And how many people are you anticipating on opening night to stay for the film?
The theater holds 240 people, I believe. That's the and we're hoping every one of those seats get filled.
That's great. I'm excited. Spoiler alert, I will be there this year, and I'm giving the keynote address at the on Friday night. I'm diligently working on my speech. I've got all the curse words almost removed completely, so it should be a lovely evening of and I'll try to keep it brief. But I'm honored that you guys asked. I love film festivals, and those of you listening who have not been to a film festival, you cannot beat the Q&A and the time with filmmakers and the movies they select as well. So tell us about, are you featuring a Cherry Pie Christmas, or is that just showing at the theater separate of the film festival? I want to make sure I got that right.
Well, yeah, no, it is part of the film festival.
Okay.
But yeah, we just wanted that to be our closing for this year. You know, it just the relevance of how cool it shows Door County Light, and you know, everybody's really excited about the movie, and just give people one more shot to see it in the theaters.
And on top of that, it's Valentine's Day.
And Valentine's.
So it's a nice rom-com movie, you know,
date night.
Hallmark style.
Perfect. Have any of you guys? I know I had the lead actress on this show 2 or 3 months ago, and she was so great, so much fun to talk to. And we talked about the tour that Door County is offering now, based on the film. Some of the film locations. Have any of you actually taken the tour? Or are you just like, no, I live here, I see that place all the time?
Yeah, that.
Yes,
Yeah.
the second one.
I haven't taken the tour.
We took the tour
Trolley
before the
tours,
movie was done.
So, all right, I want to. Can you guys stick with us through the news so we can talk about a few of the films that you guys are offering? We won't keep you too long. I know you guys got a lot of work to do, but one film we've got about a minute and a half till the news. I want to talk about first is Daniel Needs to Leave, because you mentioned the film Failsafe. The two of them have been in this groove where they've been in the same festivals. Such a funny film, and Daniel Wheeler has been on Nite Lite, as has the filmmaker Craig Knitz. So tell us about Daniel Needs to Leave. Was it a no-brainer accepting it into the festival?
Oh yeah, that's one of the easy ones. Yeah, it gets you laughing right away, and it never stops.
Yeah, I think when I first seen the film, I was totally drawn by it. I mean, I was just consumed with laughter, and I think I that's the first thing I brought to Chris's attention, that after I viewed the film, out of all the other films, that's one of the films that kind of really stood out. It's just so comedic and has some little comedic twist in there as well. So it was just very a gut wrencher to a certain degree when it comes to laughter.
And the original title was actually called A Wisconsin Goodbye, which we've all had, where you say goodbye, you know, in the kitchen, and then you work your way out to the front porch and you say goodbye again. And everybody who's in the house kind of walks with you out to your car, and you say goodbye again. You roll down the window, goodbye, and then, you know, you wave as you drive away. But we've all had that more times than we probably care to admit. And so yeah, very, very relevant and comical.
Why did he change the title? Craig, do you know, Kurt?
I'm not sure. Okay. Because when they were originally putting it together, it was called A Wisconsin Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so great.
I'm not sure why the change.
Yeah, it's just a great film about a guy trying to leave a party, and every time he turns around, someone's handing him another beer, or the pizzas get there, or someone wants to tell him a story. It is just a real, and it was all shot on an iPhone. I love how innovative Craig was too with the movie. All right, so we are talking Door County Film Festival with Kurt Kraus, Antonio Polk, and Chris Opper. We're going to talk with these guys for just a few more minutes after the news, and we'll give you a quick look at some of the short films you can see at this year's festival, which is going to be absolutely Tons of fun this weekend. This is Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite. We're coming right back on the Civic Media Radio Network.
I realized I shot an iPhone.
I haven't pushed out an iPhone. Eric, can I use your bathroom? I thought I could hold it.
Wow.
That's the refrigerator, you'll see it.
This is 92.7 WMDX.
I don't know if I did know
Madison's
that,
real
but
news and great conversation.
because he was talking about how he had to hide in the bathroom.
WMDXradio.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, the quality was very decent. I didn't know it was an iPhone. And I think we were having an iPhone discussion earlier about films being shot on iPhones and such.
They're good enough.
I just never...
They're good enough. Yeah.
I just
But
never,
it's not a camera.
Yeah, it's not a... Right.
We need your help.
And that was my conclusion.
enforcement is working.
I don't think it would be something that I would be interested in doing, but I do know people who have ventured out and did that.
It's cool that like it's available and people can do that on such like whatever.
Yeah.
This thing's probably even better than an iPhone.
Yeah.
But
A White House spokesperson disputing those findings, saying
it only works because it's been normalized that people look at like phone video everywhere all the time, so it doesn't like stand out as weird.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I'm sure you can still, if you have something shot on the camera as opposed to a phone, and you compare those two back to back, you'll know the difference.
Phones do the things they can very well, but like you're not going to be able to get like
ads, including maybe the most ever in Ben
big
Affleck's
depth of field and stuff with it.
Yeah,
It just doesn't
right.
work that way.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
it's kind of the same when video took over and people talked about like, well, it's never going to look as good as film.
No, it's not.
It's true.
Right. It's totally
Carpenter
true.
showed up alongside a man made entirely of
But
Pringles
we
potato
our
chips.
eyes changed.
Amidst all those,
The
many
mid
said it
80s,
was a
we
bit
were just like, no,
unsettling to see
video's
Mike
great,
Tyson
video's
in
great.
close-up
Right.
black and white, urging us to forego Dunkin' Pringles and other processed foods in favor of fresh apples. Sherry Preston, ABC News. After the week of brutal sub-zero temperatures and whipping wind chills, the nation's midsection to the
One of the
northeast
boogie
could
nights.
get some relief.
You're telling me the
Warmer
future is
temperatures are on the
videotape?
way later on in the midweek. On Wall Street, stocks ending up today with the Dow adding to its record-breaking streak. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
Mm-hmm.
This report brought to you by Chad's Design Build. See their dedicated team of experts. Remodeling done well with love. Chad'sDesignBuild.com.
You're a storyteller, negotiator, artist, innovator. Whatever your passion, whatever your skills, behind the scenes or in front, you belong here. A career in broadcast media. Local radio and TV stations in every town and city need someone like you. So do what you love and bring your talent to life. Your passion, your skills, your career. You belong here. Learn more at youbelonghere.media.
Join me, Tom Hartman, each and every week.
There you go, a nice sized bathroom.
2 p.m. for the Tom Hartman
Yeah.
Program right here on the Civic Media.
Do the trick.
What do you say to that?
Do the-
Thank you.
Thank you.
I built it myself.
Take 15 minutes if you like.
You got to commit to the 15.
I'm going to commit to another 15.
Commit to another 15.
Radio station from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Tom Hartman Program. You're in.
I had to get you on that from the text. You said, that looks like I'm going to be committing to another 15 in here.
The Bucks in Orlando tonight to take on the Mets.
So as we were coming into Sturgeon Bay, all of a sudden whatever was inside of me just kicked in. And so you guys were, I was like, I was going to do an emergency pull-off at Quick Trip. But then it's like, oh good, they're going to McDonald's and the BP and they have a nice bathroom in there. It's like, if I have to commit 15.
Because you don't feel guilty walking in.
100%, and it's big. You're not holding anybody else up, as opposed to like the one that you lock yourself in. So I pulled up and I just like flew out of my car, and my parking job was so bad. I was literally like halfway over like the parking line, and I was like, leave it.
Just forget it. I can get out of here.
This is an emergency situation.
Yeah, nobody knows this license plate in town. It's a new car, a new used car.
Yeah, if it was your van, people would be like, oh, Kurt.
Kurt's there. Drunk again, is he? It's not even 4 in the afternoon.
enjoying free play with other dogs.
Who parks like that?
Somebody that's really gotta go.
Really gotta go.
Mostly cloudy tonight, low upper 20s
that's
to around
funny.
30.
Somebody
Partly
that's
sunny
really
and
gotta
mild
go.
again tomorrow, high in the upper 30s. On Wednesday, a mixture of sunshine and clouds, highs mid-30s to 40. Mild temps stick around through the rest
I
of the
gotta
work
remember
week and into the
some of the
upcoming
films,
weekend.
huh?
Currently 35 degrees.
Yeah, so we got Bert.
You guys,
Glad you guys are doing the research
Yeah.
now.
I'm actually not. So we got Bert. We got what is that? Tombstone? No, I'm just joking. The cowboy movie. What is it called?
Blood Trade.
Blood Trade.
More of a social thing than it was an academic
Bert,
thing.
Blood
Even though
Trade.
these years have passed, I still
I
have
still
that
think
longing
Kind
to have
Mother
my
is
diploma.
Kind Mother. Kind Mother. It is good. It's a good movie.
If you're even considering
It grows
getting your high
on you
school
if you
diploma,
watch it a few
you can do
times.
it.
Yeah, no doubt. Because what was she doing? Like bickering at her mom about not being a good mother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she said that her mother's mother wasn't, a good mother either. So it was kind of like a domino effect of not good mothers.
So I was kind of hoping you'd break the
Yeah. And her
the trend or something.
yeah, right. Her mother said it to her. Yeah, I hope that you and it feels like that it was going in that heading in that direction. You know, well, you realize I wasn't a good mother. I realized my mother wasn't a good mother. So how about you break that cycle and you become a good mother yourself. You know, did you see it?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Broadcasting live statewide from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy who's had a paper route for 25 years but never collected, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome back. Oh, great to be here, folks. Great to have you with me wherever you're joining us from in Wisconsin tonight or parts beyond. Welcome to Nite Lite. We are having a lot of fun tonight talking about film festivals and independent film. In hour number one, we covered the Super Bowl halftime show, and Aaron Zommers, who is producing tonight's show, and I had a little discussion about Bad Bunny and some of the cool stuff we saw during the Super Bowl halftime show. We talked with Door County Film Festival creative minds Kurt Kraus, Chris Opper, and Antonio Polk. We will be back with those guys in just a moment, talking about this really cool film festival here in beautiful Door County, Wisconsin, one of the most scenic parts of our state, regardless of the time of year. We'll be back with those guys in just a moment. We've got Mike Siegel will be here in hour number two. Mike is the host of the Travel Tales podcast. He's hosted such TV shows as If Walls Could Talk and What You Get for the Money. And Mike is also a very funny comedian. We'll talk about sitcom leading actors, and this probably some Super Bowl talk, and pop culture will work its way in there as well. In hour number three, or Act 3 as we call it, Chris Opper. Chris Opper is not our guest in Act 3. Rich Locascio from WRJN, part of the Civic Media family here. And Rich is also a wrestling announcer, and Chris has given me the nickname the Pine Tree Mauler, which I did nothing to deserve. So we'll talk to Rich in hour number three. Aaron Zommers, I think it's time to reintroduce our question of the night, sir.
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
Question. Pregunta. Question.
Question.
Hey, I have a question. Questions? This question.
Domanda.
Question. Questions.
It is National Pizza Day, folks. What is your favorite pizza topping? Or what is your least favorite pizza topping? Share both, share one, whatever you so desire. Be part of the show. Love when you guys chime in and tell us what's on your mind. And you can do that about anything we're talking about tonight. If you have a question for the Door County Film Festival guys, chime in and let us know what that will be as well. We'll share it with them. 855-752-4842. That is the text line. You can also text us on the app. Or if you're watching the radio on Facebook, X or YouTube, drop us a stream comment. And just to let you know, if you did miss something in the first hour, all of our hours are cataloged in podcast form, and they are sort of stored at civicmedia.us. So check out our number one there. Let's jump back in with our guests. Aaron, are we good? Everything going all right? How do you think it's going so far, buddy?
I think it's going well.
Okay.
Everything seems to be, I mean, unless there's something that you aren't telling me, everything seems to be going well.
No. Have any Olympic medals been won since we've been on break?
That I do not know. I have not been watching.
All right, I'm going to check that out too. Are you guys Olympics fans? Have you been watching the Olympics in between programming this great film festival you have?
No.
I'm an Olympics fan. I just haven't tuned in this year so far.
Okay.
Maybe I can, at some point squeeze some time in. And when I have some time available, as of right now, I'm a little crunched for time with this film festival and all.
You'll catch up. You got time, buddy.
I'll catch up, yeah.
All right, well, it's great to have you guys here. Kurt Kraus, Chris Opper, and Antonio Polk from this year's Door County Film Festival. It kicks off on, is it Thursday night is the actual start?
Thursday night.
Okay,
Yes.
and then it goes through the weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. They've got feature films now. They've expanded the festival. It's gotten bigger. They've got a great venue at the Northern Sky Theater in Fish Creek, and I will be there Friday night. I'm very excited to be part of this, and I can't thank you guys enough for asking me. So let's jump back in and talk about some of the films. What do you all have? Let's do this. Let's start with Chris, and we'll go this way. What is a film you could recommend, Chris, for people to see?
The one I'm actually most excited about is Bert. It is our third feature. It's on Friday at 2 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's 2 o'clock. Yeah, it's a guy that that has early Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Sorry, and he's this younger guy comes in and says that he's his son, and it's kind of a reconnection of somebody he never knew existed. But really, really well done feature film.
Okay, great. What about you, Antonio? Anything you could recommend?
Yeah, the film that we were just talking about, and I don't know why I keep on forgetting the title
Place
of
for
it.
Alan?
No, the lady.
Kind Mother.
Kind Mother. Kind
Oh,
Mother.
I saw
You
that.
know, really, my first choice was Bird as well. It's just really it's a funny film. It has some funny aspects and avenues in it as well. But the Kind Mother, that's a very, very interesting film as well. It's about a woman who is trying to make amends with her daughter, and her daughter didn't think that she came up so well, and the mother kind of blamed the daughter's upbringing on her mother. So it's kind of like a domino effect of unkind mothers, and the mother thought that is pretty much relating the reason why she didn't raise her daughter well, and she was hoping that her daughter would break the unkind mother trend. So it's kind of witty. It's a really good film.
Cool. What about you, Kurt?
There's so many to choose from that I think we just have such a fantastic lineup. I'd say my favorite one thus far has been the Bodie Bentz Western called Blood Trade.
Yeah.
And I like a good Western, but I have to, there's plenty of Westerns that play on Grit TV and I never really get into them. But this one, I think how he shot it stylistically, there's just a lot of really good things in it that made it a fun, kind of all the feels to a couple of my favorite more recent Westerns. And I think folks are going to enjoy it. It's a short film Western, and I know Bodie was a guest last week. And
He looks young. I said, "Oh, did you just graduate?" He goes, "No, I graduated in 2015." I was like, "Ooh."
He does have a young face.
Yeah,
so
he does come off as a real young buck.
Not the first time he was asked, I'm sure. Yeah.
That's a good thing, though, as an
got a couple
actor.
of years up under his belt.
Oh, hold on to that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna start sagging pretty soon.
I was gonna say once he starts producing, that's really when you age. As soon as you start producing, it just takes years off you.
How do you guys pick your films? Do you have a certain amount of narratives, a certain amount of documentaries? Do you know that going in, or do you just kind of pick whatever kind of vibes with you?
It's the vibes.
Okay.
And it's always been that way from the very beginning. It's as they come in, we start getting our submissions on April 1st, and that's not a joke. That's when we open up our submissions, and as they come in, you just watch them and you go, I like that one, don't like, whatever.
Sure.
And then by October, we pretty much know what we're going to be showing. And it really isn't, we're not looking for this, we're not looking for that. Was I entertained is really the bottom line.
Yeah, so we all just kind of like, we each individually watch the films, and then after that we kind of collab on notes and things of that nature about the films that we watched, and then we kind of cast votes to a certain degree. Should this one make it? Should this one not make it? And so on.
You should see the arguments. We're showing this one. I will die before you show that one.
You got films to slam the table for, yeah.
I won't have it.
When we do the programming then for each session too, then we try to make sure that we get a documentary short, we get a comedy, we get a drama, an
that's
action.
when it kind of gets evened out.
So that we try to give a taste of everything in each session for the experiential aspect.
Sure.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been kind of ironic too, because in that process, we see eye to eye on a lot of the films that we do like. So, you're kind of limited on how many films you can accept and so on and so forth. So you kind of have to, it draws down to making these hard choices between which one actually make it and which one doesn't.
I think at some point we end up adding an extra day to the festival. I think that's the only solution at this point.
Well, it has been growing to this point as it is, so why not? Kurt Kraus, Chris Oppert, and Antonio Poker, my guests. They are joining me from beautiful Door County, Wisconsin, where the Door County Film Festival kicks off this weekend. All right, let's talk about, I have a couple I want to ask you about. Houston, we have a problem. This is the Jeff Blankenship directed film. Jeff was on the show briefly last week. This sounded kind of fun.
Yeah, we're going to...
Don't go ahead.
No, you go ahead, because you were in it.
I know I'm biased, though. For the record, I didn't vote on this one because I'm in it. So if I'm involved in the project, I'm not.
We do love Jeff Blankenship and his entire crew. They come up to the festival every year. So it's pretty easy to say, okay, that one's probably going to get in, and
It was. This one was done as a 48-hour film competition,
right?
And so we got together with a lot of the Living Storm productions. Craig Olson was with us, and Brian Royston, and those guys are just natural improvers. And so within 48 hours, you write the script with the prompts that are given when you all meet up. I think it's on that Friday night. Write the script. Saturday you're shooting, and then you get it to the editor, and you have 48 hours start to finish to write that script with the prompts, shoot it, edit it, and turn it in. So everything moves hyper speed. And fortunately, we did a comedy, and again, Brian and Craig are just so naturally funny and naturally good improvers. And Alex Contreras was our producer and just really kept us on task. And then of course, Jeff is just amazing to work with and puts everyone at ease. And I'm something of a doofus in this one, but that's not a stretch either. And
Kurt, we're gonna have you play.
Yeah, it's based around some friends who get together for charades once a month, and I'm having car trouble and I can't make it, so we're still trying to play charades, but I'm doing it over a Zoom on my phone in the car, and it's incredibly awkward and nobody's guessing what I'm doing, and likewise I'm a terrible guesser at charades in the film.
I think it sounds fun. Would you like to see more? We've got about a minute left. Would you like to see more films shot in Door County?
Oh, of course.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, myself as a filmmaker, that's what my objective is to actually continue to shoot films on location. Because as you already know, like I said earlier, I have 2 films coming out, Better Off Dead and Angels in Orion. Both of them were shot in Door County as well as in Chicago. So, I mean, Door County is just so beautiful. Me myself as a filmmaker anticipate on just continually shoot films here as long as the films fit in my idea of or as long as Door County fit in my idea of a good location spot to shoot films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Guys, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing all of you this weekend, and thank you again for asking me to be there. Really looking forward to it, and best of luck. Break a leg. These all sound great. We'll talk this weekend, I guess.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Look forward to seeing you.
All right,
man.
guys. Thanks for your time. Get back at it. You got a lot to do, sure. I'm still sure, so. All right, that's Kurt Cross, Antonio Polk, and Chris Hopper from the Door County Film Festival. Check out the Door County Film Festival, folks. It's in beautiful Door County. When we come back, we're going to read your text, so don't go anywhere. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
2.7 WMDX. Like a podcast, but
No, that
kept
was
it simple.
Is it time
Yeah,
to
that went very smooth.
That was,
Zero
you know,
Res
again, when you have that
Madison.
creative
Zero Res
freedom
is
in your
NADCA
thought.
certified and has a 4.9 Google rating. Zero Res, spell it forward or backward, it's the right way to clean. Call Zero Res Madison, 608-848-9000.
You're staring at the fridge like it's going to talk to you.
I'm waiting for inspiration.
Well, there's leftover salad, or
Sugar River Pizza?
you say that like it's a question.
It's pizza and pasta and pulled pork and 48 beers on tap.
You had me at Sugar River.
Plus, you deserve a night off from the kitchen.
Right?
And the kitchen deserves a night off from you.
What's that?
I said no one deserves a night off more than you.
Grab the keys, Bob.
Sugar River Pizza. Relaxed, delicious, and always a good idea.
Hello, this is Robert Pilot of Native Roots Radio. On our show, we share stories from Turtle Island highlighting the people and issues shaping our communities. From protecting water to treaty rights and preserving languages and traditions, we cover it all.
By the way, Pete, I forgot talking about the TP USA halftime show. I forgot the worst part. They had a string duet of a cello and a violin.
I read about
They
that.
were clearly not playing their instruments. And the cellist was dressed up like a pirate, got a big, ornate blouse and like the gold like filigree on his jacket, got the long hair, and he plays, he does one slide up to the high part of the neck and then never goes back down.
Oh my
And
gosh.
he's just going nuts, and it's like, dude, they're playing slow notes right now. What the hell are you doing? And the violinist was more convincing, but if the cellist wasn't so overboard, you might not have realized it, but that was also completely off. Like,
oh my gosh.
they weren't, not only were they pretending, I don't think they had heard the song before.
That's why I was wondering if people paid to get in, or if it was like a big grift,
Yeah, that might be.
All right, so we've got a few texts on the text line I have to get to.
All right, 15 seconds.
Okay. Welcome back. I'm Pete Schwaba. This is Nite Lite. Great to have you here. This is how you do Monday, folks. Some good music, some good talk, some great texts. What is that song, Somers?
Rambo On by Led Zeppelin.
Okay. You got some new ones in there. So I thought, I meant to ask you the one before we went to the break you played, and I was wondering if it had something to do with what we were talking about. Do you remember what you played before the last break?
Oh, what did I play? I don't think it really had any... In this case, I don't think it had anything to do with what you were talking about.
All right. I wanted to acknowledge it if it did, because I appreciate your efforts. So, hey, welcome back, folks. Our question of the night is, what is your favorite pizza topping, and what is your least favorite pizza topping? It is National Pizza Day. That is why we are asking the question. We've got news, sports, and weather coming up in about 7 minutes, and then my pal Mike Siegel will be here to talk about sitcom leading actors and some Super Bowl talk. So we were talking a little bit about the Turning Point USA alternative super. It's so weird. I don't even like saying that. Like, you could talk about a show that was happening, but that was set up as a direct kind of shot at Bad Bunny and this Super Bowl because people were mad that they picked Bad Bunny. which I thought was silly. So I almost don't like that we're giving it equal time as the Super Bowl halftime show. That's why I didn't want to get too much into it. But when something is bad, you have to acknowledge it. So we talked about Kid Rock. Talk about the strings. You were talking about the string players.
Yeah, I forgot to mention this because I had purged it from my memory. But no, I might be misremembering the timing, but I think this was in between Kid Rock's half song that he didn't actually sing and then his full song. So not only was he not singing the first, half song, he got so winded he needed a break in between. But then a string duet, like for a very low energy, low key song. But they were clearly not actually performing the song. Like their hand movements didn't match up at all. And if you've seen a professional cellist play, the guy who was there, it was not convincing for a second. He just looked super dramatic, and he looked like a pirate. The violinist was at least, decent at pretending to play violin, but it also didn't match up with what the music was. I don't think they had ever heard it before. And so there are people who say that halftime show was better, to which I just say, really? Are you kidding? Did you watch it? Did you listen to it? You can say you don't like Bad Bunny for whatever your political reasons are, but if you say that the TPUSA show was better,
right,
you didn't actually watch it because it was awful.
It's just so weird too that they had time to put together a good show,
and it wasn't live. They didn't have to deal with that. Like the Super Bowl is a notoriously difficult performance. Like a huge arena like that is hard to hear yourself.
Exactly. So, all right, we've got some text here. First of all, I want to say, Ali, if you're still listening, call back. We will get to your call. I'm sorry I missed.
We have her on the line now.
Oh, we do. Let's put Ali through. Did she wait this whole time?
No, she called back in.
She called back. Okay, good. Hello, Ali. How are you?
I'm doing good. I don't like to interrupt when you're talking to somebody, so that's why I hung up.
No, that's great. And I didn't see that Zomer sent me a message that you were on the line, but I just saw it literally 3 minutes ago. So I'm glad you called back. So what's on your mind?
Well, I was just going to tell you my favorite pizza toppings.
I was hoping you would.
Of course. I like it loaded with pepperoni, sausage, green olives, mushrooms, and double extra cheese.
Oh, man. That's a pizza. Do you make your own pizza, Ali?
I do when I can. Because of my health, I don't always have enough oomph to do that. But yes, I like to. And if I get frozen pizza, I usually get lots of matzah, the one with all the meat, and put my
That's a good
green olives and mushrooms and more cheese on top of that. So.
You put more cheese on it. That's so great. Ali, thank you for calling back, and thank you for your...
If you're going to have pizza, you might as well have a good one.
Go for it, right? Absolutely. Don't cut corners.
That's right.
That's excellent.
No peppers and no onions.
Oh, well, we disagree there, but I still consider you a friend. So thank you for the call, Ali. All right.
Have a good night. Bye-bye.
You too. I love lots of matzah. There's another one, a frozen pizza you can get I like called Home Run Inn. It's a
I haven't
tavern.
had that one.
Have you had it?
I have not.
Oh, you have not? Yeah, it's like a tavern style. It's so good, and but it's right up there with lots of matzah, I think. Jim on the stream says favorite pizza topping, Italian sausage, least favorite artichoke hearts. I don't mind either one of those. I think they actually kind of go together, but I respect Jim's text. Thank you, Jim. Jim also said regarding the halftime show, the staging was awesome, the moving sugar cane, the guys climbing the power poles, the wedding. Were you a little lost on the power poles, Zomers?
Yeah, I looked it up, though, and apparently the reason for that is that Puerto Rico's power grid is notoriously unstable and unreliable, and the song that he was singing at that point had lyrics that referenced that.
Gotcha.
So that's why they were, zapping and the people were falling down and climbing back up.
Oh, I didn't see that. I thought maybe it was like a tip of the hat to labor or something, but that makes... I
think it's also that, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you, Jim, for the great text. Stacy Sue on the stream says, my favorite topping, pepperoni and thin sliced tomatoes. Also, Beggar's Pizza in Chicago. Pepperoni was to die for. Worst topping, olives and green peppers. I have not heard of Beggar's Pizza in Chicago. Thank you, Stacy Sue. Where are you at? I don't dig olives on pizza either. I got to be honest. It kind of, I don't know what it is.
They're okay. You know,
yeah.
Like I said, my only hard no is banana peppers, but I'm not the biggest fan of olives.
Right.
But I know a lot of people don't like mushrooms, though. I love mushrooms on pizza.
Mushrooms are like not offensive in any way. I could totally eat mushrooms. It's like, it's nothing that takes, it's not like a banana pepper or, artichoke. They don't have that kind of taste. Keep those texts coming, folks. We are coming back. And when we do, Mr. Mike Siegel, host of TV and podcast fame, will be here. I'm Pete Schwaba. This is Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Excuse me, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore. Amore, that's amore.
92.7 WMDX, talk radio that actually talks to you.
This report brought to you by Downtrins Distilling, making fun-flavored spirits with local produce. Attend a tasting. Book today at downtrins.com.
Oh, oops, Pete just turned off his camera. But hi.
Here. Hey, Mike.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. I was just going to go use the little comedian's room. Hey, man, thanks. Let's talk that leading actors comedians in sitcoms, right?
Oh, you're going. What happened? Hello?
Can you not hear me?
Hello.
Mike?
Hello?
What about now?
Hey, can you hear me now, Mike?
Yeah, you left. I don't know what happened.
I left mentally, but I'm still here physically.
You said you wanted to talk
around with an audio setting. That was probably my fault.
Yeah, but I was thinking best sitcoms built around comedians.
Interesting.
Yeah, like what do you got? You got your Kevin James. You got your your Jackie Gleason. Your Dick Van Dyke. Your Jerry Seinfeld. You got your whole.
Pete, I don't know any of these people.
But yeah, let's talk Super Bowl and any movies you've seen, all that kind of fun stuff.
I have not seen any movies. I can tell you that right now.
Oh.
And very little television. I got my finger on the pulse, Pete.
What are you doing? What's so important
I
in your
don't
life?
know.
You can't watch colored television, for God's sakes.
Our Wi-Fi went out, and I was actually using a digital antenna yesterday for the game.
Oh, wow. Really?
It worked. Worked fine, but thank God I had it.
Yeah, no kidding. Is Elwood still with you?
No, he went and stayed with another friend, but he's leaving tomorrow.
Where's he going back to Hawaii?
Bangkok.
Is he living there now?
Yeah, he lives in Bangkok.
That's an interesting career move. I'd like to go to see it, but what's he doing? Like, why'd he move there?
Oh, it's super cheap, and nothing else was going on here. And, but he had some work lined up in Asia and stuff like that. And he was just kind of using it. It's a good base if you're going to be in Asia, just because it's a big hub. You could fly anywhere from there. But yeah, Okay. And now he wants to host a late night talk show
in Bangkok.
In Bangkok. So if you want to invest some money, there's a GoFundMe page, a Patreon.
Yeah, I got that kind of bread.
So what's your deal on your show? You're not going to be. You're going to do a different show now.
No, it's still going to be Nite Lite. We got some changes. I'll tell you off the air, but they're going to roll it out probably in a couple weeks. I'm excited about it, and I'm going to be doing the show out of a home studio, which is nice. And
Nice.
Just some changes and some realities of the business, but some really good stuff too. I'm pretty excited about it. So
It's going to be a different time of day.
5 to 7, so it'll go back to 2 hours. I was kind of filling in with some people left, so that's why they gave me a third hour.
Oh wow, okay.
So, yeah.
2 hours out of your house. Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah, you can't beat the commute. My staircase gets a little busy around 4 o'clock, but
Can't have as many of your jackass comedian friends on.
I don't know. Well, maybe just because of the nature of the time change, not as many, but
It's going to be more newsy.
No, a little news. Yeah, a little news, kind of current events, that kind of stuff, but still some entertainment and some,
some jackassery.
Some ass jackery. Yeah, we'll do our popcorn pick and our bar band Fridays and questions, and so it'll be very similar. So right now you're in your head, you're going, thank God he's not going to call for a while.
No, come on now.
I know, I'm teasing myself. All right, well, we're going to go here in less than a minute, Mike, and let's make radio history. No pressure.
Let's do it, yeah.
All right. Awesome, buddy. Welcome back. I'm Pete Schwaba. This is Nite Lite. That, of course, is the opening theme to Seinfeld, which got a little crazy. The last, I would say the 9th season, I don't know if they were out of material, but when they would segue between different acts, that music would go on for 2 minutes, and it's really unnerving. That's Aaron Zommers doing the research and pulling up the music. Thank you, Mr. Zommers. So, all right, folks, our question of the night in honor of National Pizza Day is, what is your favorite pizza topping? What is your least favorite pizza topping? We're getting caught up on text as we move through tonight's show. We are halfway through Act 2, and joining me now on the stream is my pal. He is the host of the immensely popular Travel Tales podcast. He's a very successful stand-up comedian, and he's hosted shows such as What You Get for the Money and If Walls Could Talk. He joins us now. Mr. Mike Siegel. Hey, buddy. How are you?
Hi, Pete. It's great to see you as always. And I didn't know I was here on Pizza Night. This is a great topic.
Yeah, I totally agree. And that was actually my first question. First of all, it's still light there. I'm a little envious.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm in L.A. And it was a beautiful day, Pete. It was about 75 degrees today. I took a lovely walk.
God,
and
Mike,
I don't know what it is there.
I don't know if we can continue this interview. Honestly, I just really rubbing it in. No, okay, sorry. All right, so go ahead. So I'm glad you're having a beautiful day, and you got to walk in.
Oh, look at that!
Who did that?
The balloons.
Was that Zommers?
Yes, I'm not doing anything here.
I didn't know
you
had
that technical
I didn't do anything
technology.
either.
What? That was magical.
I don't know.
The halftime show was extended. I assume that was Zommers. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, whatever it was serendipitous, and let's make the most of it. I said I wanted to make radio history here, so let's not mess around any further. Mike Siegel is here. So, Mike, do you have a favorite pizza topping?
Yes, I do. I am a big fan of the Italian sausage, Pete, as you know, which is very hard to get here. What passes for sausage in California is not what we grew up with in Chicago, and that I miss. The hand-pulled kind of because I worked at a pizza joint, and it was actually sausage that, they tore into pieces and they put it on there. Oh, and here, if you go to one of your bigger chains or something like that, it's the rabbit pellets or whatever. It looks like kibble that they put really on. It's terrible. And
I don't remember that.
Oh, it was so good. But my least favorite is black olives. I'm not a black olive guy.
I'm with you. I don't like any olives on pizza. My wife likes them, Mary, and I don't. The olives I could do without. I got to be honest. And pineapple. It's not as awful as people say, but I don't need it on my pizza.
I'm with you, Pete. This is some hot gossip right here. We're passing around back and forth.
I break all the big stories here at Nite Lite. It's good to know your thoughts on pizza, Mike, but let's talk Super Bowl. Here's what happened. During the game, I got a text from Mike yesterday. I was watching the game with my parents, who both fell asleep.
Rightfully so.
It was like a lot of the coaching staff on both of the teams. It wasn't a big party. It was my parents and my sister and my wife. So it was like all of us. There were no kids around like most years. It was very slow. So, my parents' house was like 85 degrees. I had trouble keeping my eyes open, honest to God. This game was so boring.
Remember what I text you? And this was true. I think this comes out of I think I have a gift from, and this is left over from when I was a sports writer so long ago, that when I kind of know in the first 5 minutes if a game's going to be exciting or not, and
Really?
I kind of check out not normally, but you can see in the first, certainly with football, by halfway through the first quarter, you can see these teams were just kind of, I was like, this game is going to be tight. I mean, it's going to be slow. It's going to be low scoring. And I think the Drake May was just overwhelmed by the occasion. I think he was too young, and he had a good year, but he was just thrown into. He was nervous, and ironically, it wasn't until the fourth quarter he started to relax and they were moving the ball, and then he threw that interception. I was like, well, that's it, that's it. But I kind of knew in the first quarter. I said, I don't think anything exciting. If there is going to be anything exciting, it's not going to be till the fourth quarter. And that's when I went, I'm going to take a shower. Took a shower, made some dinner, ate the dinner, cleaned up after the dinner, came back to the fourth quarter. I had missed nothing. I had missed a field goal. You know what I mean? It was just brutal.
Yeah, you said that, and that's exactly verbatim with the text you sent me. Zero
missed
action.
nothing.
I did all this stuff. And you're right, and I didn't realize that, but apparently the Patriots had the easiest schedule in the history of the NFL this year. And, Drake May's good, but he was in a little bit over his head. Seattle does have a good defense.
And Seattle was in the toughest division. I mean, they were battle-tested and tough, and it was just an easier road.
Totally agree. And I don't, if I'm at a party, I guess it stood out, the suckage of the game stood out because, it wasn't a big party. It was just, we were kind of
Me too. I was at
talking.
home.
Yeah, it's like, okay. So it really stuck out how boring the game was because there wasn't a ton of conversation. My parents like to talk politics and
Oh,
that.
God.
I don't really want to do that during a football game either, but it was pretty brutal. What did you think of the halftime show, Mike, the Bad Bunny?
You know what? I wasn't familiar with him I knew who he was, and my niece, who's 18, loves him. Her and her friends, I love him.
Yeah.
And the guy just swept the Grammys. He's like the busiest. He's the biggest act in the world, pretty much now. Almost.
Right.
So I thought he did a great job. I didn't have to understand the lyrics to know that he puts on a good show. And hey, I got to see Ricky Martin. That guy's still living La Vida Loca, buddy.
God, what? He looks like he's 23.
He looks fantastic. If that's the way that Loca is doing to his skin, I'm doing it.
More Loca.
Mas Loca, Pete. Mas.
Did you know that that Bad Bunny performed the whole Super Bowl halftime show in Spanish, Mike?
Yes, I'm aware of it.
I just thought he was talking really fast at first. I was like, "Come on, man, I can't." No, it was spectacular. And then when he brought I love Lady Gaga. I've become a huge Lady Gaga fan over the years. She was great, and then they had Pedro Pascal, who literally you always say, "Oh, that guy's in everything." Now he really is in everything. He's in the Super Bowl halftime show. He turns up. Like, what on earth is happening?
I missed him. I missed him on there, and then I read about it later. I was like, wait a minute, I had to go back and double check it. I was like, yeah, It was him. It was him.
Oh, it was great. But it was a fun show. It had a nice message, and it was the same thing this year as it was like with Kendrick last year. I didn't know Kendrick's music, but I could tell that a lot went into that show. There was a lot of stuff choreographed and the production value, and I'm like, there's a message here I don't really understand because I don't know his music, and my kids explained it to me after, and I was like, that's really cool. Kind of the same thing with this year. Like, I knew who Bad Bunny was. I knew he was this international sensation, but I didn't know. But you kind of could figure it out as he's going through what he's doing. It's about love and unity and all that. It was great.
Yeah, they're not handing out these things to just anyone. I remember when Bruno Mars did it, and I didn't really know much about him either.
Same.
And I was like, boy, they're giving it to this kid, Bruno Mars. Because, as we get older, Pete, we are further out of touch. But I saw him on that show, and he was amazing. And he won me over. I was like, this guy, okay, I know why they gave it to him. I get it now.
Did you know the Black Eyed Zommers was telling me about the Black Eyed Peas, and there's kind of a consensus, or a lot of people think they sucked and they were the worst halftime show. I don't really remember them. I think that was because I was at a party with a lot of people, and I, to be honest, Mike, and this is what kind of irritated me about, when people talk about, well, Turning Point, go there, this is the real show with the real Americans, whatever the hell that means.
Okay.
And then it's like, okay, but this is just a Super Bowl halftime show. This isn't someone saying this is the music you have to listen to in your home for the rest of your life. When did the Super Bowl halftime show become like, this is supposed to be only music for me?
Yeah, I think we're getting there's a generation of people and a certain kind of people that are entitled, and they feel like, and especially as the boomers get older, their numbers were so big that for most of their lives they catered to their demographic because there was just so many of them. People until the boomers, they didn't really care about teenagers. You talk to like seriously advertisers, marketers. Right. Kids didn't have any money, and it wasn't so. They're like, why should we advertise to them? Their parents are the ones with the money. Right. So it wasn't until after the war in the 50s and 60s, and all of a sudden kids had this disposable income, and there were so many of them that now they're a demographic. There was no concerts filling football stadiums before the boomers. You know what I mean? Right. Sinatra played theaters.
No kidding. Yeah.
So when they, until the Beatles, there was like, oh my God, they saw dollar signs. So for their whole lives, they've been kind of mainstream media catered to their tastes. And now that they're old and dying out and they're not cool, and but I think they've lived their whole lives being kind of catered. They were used to like movies and TV and radio, like kind of catering to them and what they want. And now it's not happening anymore. They're like, who's this Bad Bunny? It's like, well, your grandparents were sitting around going, who's this Aerosmith?
This Michael Jackson or these Bruce Springsteen. Yeah.
I mean, of course. So it's so they don't want to let go. They don't want to let it go, and they don't want to give it up.
And here's the thing I think is interesting, Mike, because I don't historically on Nite Lite, I haven't really gone into politics. This isn't even politics. This is bad entertainment versus good entertainment. This is like, again, not something for me, Bad Bunny necessarily, but just relax, calm down, go make a sandwich,
right, or mute it. Do what you gotta do. There's a million other things to do. People act like there's nothing. It just kids. Who doesn't complain about like mass media and like kids, young people. You know why? Because they're not on it. They're on TikTok and and YouTube, and they choose their own entertainment. They're not like angry that why wasn't this made for me? It's like, well, there's a billion other things you could do. You could look at your phone. You could do anything. Yeah. So just chill out. It's not for you. They need a new generation to try to watch this thing, and they're not going to put the Who on there. The Who is 80 now. Yeah. Those guys are 80.
The Who doesn't want to see the Who.
No, exactly.
Mike, I believe the children are our future.
Oh, that's good. Write it down, Pete. That's good.
Mike Siegel is my guest. He's a very funny stand-up comedian and the host of the Travel Tales podcast. Mike, where have you been recently? You've traveled the world literally, and any exciting travels recently?
Recently, I don't know if I've talked to you since I've been to Iceland. That was a big trip I did. Yeah, it was great. I picked up a cruise ship that I was working on there, but I went there a week early with my girlfriend, and we just traveled the island, which is great. I mean, it's really beautiful. It's bring money. Yeah. I could recommend that.
I think cheap. I would anyway if I were to travel somewhere.
It's not you're right. Bring more of it is what I'm saying. Because it's it's an island, and any kind of island they kind of got you coming or going when it comes to pricing. But it's just more expensive because they get to ship everything in and fly it in or whatever. But it's great. I mean, we saw a volcano go off. Wow. It exploded while we were there, and we were worried that it was gonna they're so used to it there. While we were having dinner, she looks over my shoulder, is like through the window, was like, "What is that orange glow over there?" I go, "What? That wasn't there earlier." And then we asked the waiter, it's like, "Sir, what's that over there?" He just looked at it and went, "Oh yeah, the volcano went off." What? He goes, "Yeah, you guys need anything to drink?" Or yes. How about everything? What? I don't know. Should we run everything? I want everything to drink. What is it? They were just like, "Yeah, this is a small one." I was like, "A small one? All right." But you could go out and watch it, the lava come out. You could watch it, erupt.
That is so cool.
People were running out to their cars.
We've got music. We're coming right back with Mike Siegel. This is Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Farm news that impacts you and your community from the Midwest Farm Report throughout your day on 92.7 WMDX.
Buying a home is kind of like eating pistachios. Some are easy to open.
Yeah, I would play some of the Black Eyed Peas halftime show coming back in, but you really need to watch it also to understand how bad it is, not just hear it. Because they're just
I can't remember what was bad about it. What was the problem?
they're just kind of standing there, like rocking back and forth a little, badly, like super off key, trying to do their song. And then partway through, Usher comes in and like actually sings well and dances and like upstages them massively for a minute and a half or whatever. And then it goes back to them just kind of standing there like, oh, we're singing real good.
What's that?
I got a feeling.
What? Oh, that's a good tune. Is that the Black Eyed Peas?
That's them.
Tonight's gonna be a good night. Yeah, that whole.
And then who was Andy Kindler? It was his joke. He used to say, "I hate it when bands come out and we're gonna rock this place." It's like, okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
You have
waiting.
You have all the instruments. Who better?
Who better?
Who better? Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, that reminds me. There's what song? Oh, why can't I think of it? The Hall and Oates. And in part of it, there's a little musical breakdown, and they're like, "Listen to this," and then proceed to do exactly the same thing that they were doing earlier in the song. Right. It's like, okay, thank you.
Right. Listen to this, doot 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 doot.
Yep, exactly.
Did we talk about Iron Lung on the air? We didn't get to that, did we?
We did not.
Iron Lung. I don't know that one.
That's the new movie, based on a video game. And Mary and I saw Anaconda over the weekend. It was like at the cheap theater here, so we went. It was
a little disappointing.
You saw it?
No, I heard it was a little disappointing.
I mean, it's Jack Black and Paul Rudd in a movie about a giant snake. My expectations were honestly they were pretty low. And
I smell Oscar.
Right, we kind of actually kind of liked it.
Okay, I don't mind some dumb silliness. I mean, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
But sometimes I heard that maybe they didn't. Who was talking about it? Like the theme, they couldn't tell. It's like, is this straight up parody? Is it all comedy? Is it like for kids? They couldn't really get a beat on it.
No, that's a good point. Yeah.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. What's the temperature there, Pete?
In a row, I think it got up to like 35 today. It's been brutal though. It's been a horrible winter.
Oh, that sucks.
Mary's like begging to go back to LA. I'm like, how would that ever happen? Like,
yeah, that's not going to happen unless you got to, be your son's roommate. You think that's
exactly.
going to happen?
So I'm right.
Is he in Milwaukee?
He is. He's blowing up on TikTok, Mike. Good
for him.
Yeah. That's a good song.
Well.
All right, I thought it was going to kick in there.
It goes on for a bit.
It goes on for a bit.
It goes on for a bit.
I like that song. That's a fun song.
Best part about that song, Pete, is the only song I can think of that used Mazel Tov in it. They do say Mazel Tov. Can you think of any song, any popular song that uses Mazel Tov in a lyric?
Not aside from that, I can't.
Mazel Tov. Yeah, you're right. They do.
Right?
Yeah.
I defy you, Pete.
Listen. I'm not a braggart, and I don't.
This is like one of those games you play in the car. Name me one song,
excluding any bar mitzvah you've ever been to. Mike Siegel is here, folks. He is the host of the Travel Tales podcast. He's been all over the world. He has great stories and great guests. I highly recommend checking out the Travel Tales podcast. He's also a very funny stand-up comedian. Mike, I want to ask you about have you been watching the Olympics?
No, I did catch a little bit of. I like to see the curling. I'm all about the curling, Pete. Shuffleboard on ice with rocks and broomsticks.
I missed it the other night, so I just kind of swept up around the house, and it was.
Apologies to our Canadian listeners, but
it's terrible.
look, it's a lot of sports are silly but I'm sure if you're doing, I know there's a skill to it. I know it seems like something you can play into your old age. So what the hell? I'm all for it. Is it any worse than they got cornhole on TV? So what am I gonna,
but it's not an Olympic sport
yet.
Right, correct. But that's how I feel about curling. Like they must have like okayed this, the Olympic Committee, or maybe going back to Greece. Like, we need sports. We need a couple extra sports. We're a little low. Hey, who's that guy with the broom over there? Yeah, right. So I haven't really been following it either, but I was excited the other night because my wife and I went to see Anaconda, and it was fine. It was the tickets were $4, and it was kind of fun. And then we got home, we got some food, we get home, and it's like, let's watch the Olympics curling.
Yeah,
and that's what we were,
It seems like every time I try to turn it on, they're showing me figure skating, which I just do not care about.
That's another one I can't.
The dancing and the costumes and stuff, I guess. And they know demographically that it does appeal more to a female audience, which they're trying to get.
Yeah.
But man, it leaves me cold. I did see some speed skating, which I kind of like. And I do like the snowboarding and stuff, and ski jumping and that kind of stuff. But yeah.
I'm with you on the figure skating. I like the costumes and the makeup and all that, but I can do that at home, Mike. I don't need to go out and see the.
I wear my tights watching it, Pete. I wear those.
Well, I would hope so. I think it's funny that the sports that are the hardest to watch to me are the ones where they grade them. It's like this guy.
Judges.
This speed skater, whatever, cross country here, finished first. They're the winner. Like the judges, it's like I don't. It's tough for me to get behind those sports.
Yeah, I don't like anything with a judge. It's so, subjective, and
right.
Whether it's skating or gymnastics,
diving,
diving. I just like, ugh, God,
And because the problem too, Mike, is you become a judge at home. Like I'm watching diving, and I go, well, that guy went right in the water and didn't break his neck. It looked like a good dive to me.
That's a win, buddy. 10 out of 10.
Right? He's walking away to fight another day, to dive another day. I'm kind of with you, though, about the curling, and I don't understand why they led with that. Let's get this great opening ceremony. Everybody's excited. It's the Olympics. What's on opening night? Sweeping. I mean, come on. That's just bad programming, right? I don't know.
We're all biding our time till the hockey. Is that what's happening?
Right. So I wanted to ask you, what's your favorite sitcom, Mike, built around a comedian? Like, when we were coming up, and you even had your own development deal. You had an NBC development deal, which we were all kind of like, oh my God, that's
It was a holding deal.
The first one was development, right?
Well, they say that, but it was kind of a glorified. We never developed anything. I met with some writers who eventually went on to make some big, huge shows, but never. Some ideas were thrown around, but it never got to the stage where we shot a pilot. And it was kind of like by that time, by the late 90s, it was starting to wind down because there had been so many deals made with comedians, and one out of 20 or 30 took off or even saw the air. Everybody remembers the big ones like Roseanne and Seinfeld and things like that, but there was a lot of them that got 2 episodes. No episodes, 1, and so they had kind of it was kind of like going down by the time I got there. But look, I was really fortunate and just to be around. I did appear on a number of them as a guest star and stuff. But I mean, it was great. But it's the greatest gig. A 4-camera sitcom is the greatest acting gig ever. I mean, you're in town. You're not like shooting a film where you're going on location for 6 months or whatever. So that's why a lot of stars who have just had a baby and want to be in town, and they're like, you know what? I think I will do a
TV
sitcom.
Doesn't seem so bad.
Yeah, it's like Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. It's great, and if it takes off, you can make a ton of money.
Yeah, I still think it's funny. I would put Roseanne in that category. That Roseanne show was outstanding.
It was big. It was really
great.
Big.
It was well written, and you got John Goodman, and she was the star, so she could crack wise. She didn't really have to be a great actor like Seinfeld. Like And that to me is probably still my favorite. Like I still watch Seinfeld when I'm going to bed, just something to fall asleep to. It's just so great. But I would say Seinfeld is probably my favorite.
Can you tell? I mean, I was all in on Seinfeld for like so many other people, but it was like by the end of it, I think it. Well, now that you're watching them over and over again, do you find that they like the last couple seasons seem to be really tailing off? Like they were reaching for like
It was kind of like towards the end, it was, I would say the last 3 seasons were like 2 really funny episodes per season.
You could really tell when Larry David left.
Yeah, exactly.
Really
hey, Mike, can we keep you for a couple minutes after the news?
Yeah, sure.
All right, we're coming right back. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network. Act 3 is next. Mike Siegel, Rich LoCascio talking wrestling later in Act 3, too. We're coming right back on the Civic Media Radio Network.
My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun.
Oh my gosh. Look at her butt.
This is 92.7 WMDX Columbus, Madison's real news and great conversation. A Civic Media station. WMDXradio.com.
ABC News, I'm Stephanie Officer. Reaction from House lawmakers who visited the DOJ Monday to review unredacted versions of the Epstein files. Kentucky GOP Congressman Thomas Massey.
The user interface is a little clunky at first, but what I saw that bothered me were the names of at least 6 men that have been redacted that are likely incriminated by their inclusion in these files.
Audio and video of last December's deadly Brown University shooting was released today. It includes redacted body cam video from police officers responding to the scene and the calls being made requesting more help. The video shows a chaotic picture where at times officers were unaware if the shooter was even still in the building. 2 students died in that attack, 9 others were hurt. The shooter later took his own life. Here's the voice of an unidentified officer.
Shut down all traffic on Hope and Brook. In the front and the back of this building, we need to shut traffic down.
This is ABC News. Perhaps football fans have had time to think about which commercial stood out the most last night.
Why do companies like Pepsi, stealing Coke's popular polar bear from years ago, pay in excess of $8 million for 30 seconds of airtime during the Super Bowl? Supply and demand. The Super Bowl is one of the few times that 100 million of us, a third of the country, are watching something all at the same time. There's only so much ad space to go around, and the demand is huge. Viewers can't fast forward. In fact, they don't want to. They want to see ads that show Andy Samberg dressed as Meal Diamond, even the talking toilets for Liquid IV, reminding you to stay hydrated. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
There is relief in sight for millions of Americans sick of the extreme cold.
There is warmth to come. There are actually records possible from Kearney to Kansas City in the plains there. And by the midweek, we will start to see the closer to average and that above average creep this way. By next week, it's warmer than average.
ABC's Ginger Z, I'm Stephanie Officer, ABC News.
This report brought to you by Chad's Design Build, a full-service residential remodeler providing thoughtful, sustainable, and well-built spaces since 1992. Chad'sDesignBuild.com.
Join me, Tom Hartman, each and every weekday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the Tom Hartman program right here on Civic Media. I talk about the issues that all Wisconsinites can get behind, from unrigging our economy so it works for all of us, not just the billionaire class, to improving our representative government, to delivering on the promise of we the people. Tune in middays right here on your local Civic Media station from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the Tom Hartman program. Tag You're It.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
The Bucks take on the Magic. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. The Bucks in Florida tonight against the Orlando Magic. Milwaukee looking to extend a 3-game winning streak after beating the Pacers Friday night. Baseball, the Brewers confirmed they've made a trade sending 3 players to the Red Sox, including Caleb Durbin, Andrew Monasterio. In return, they pick up 3, a pair of left-handed pitchers, Kyle Harrison, Shane Drowan. NFL, the Seahawks defense dominated as Seattle beat the Patriots 29-13 in Super Bowl 60. A rough night for the Patriots quarterback, Drake May.
Yeah, it's hurt. No doubt. It definitely hurts.
It's been a long ride. They played better than us tonight.
Seattle's Jackson Smith-Njigba sang the praise of their quarterback, Sam Darnold, after the game.
Sam Darnold, he's a beast. He's everything that you want in a quarterback and a leader. You know, he led his troops today like he's been doing all season. He's a world champ, and that's something you can't take from him, man.
That's Seahawks receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba. From Super Bowl 60, I'm Mike Clemens.
This report brought to you by Serenity Pet Spa, with award-winning dog grooming where every pup is treated with love, care, and patience. 3 locations around Madison. SerenityPetSpaMadison.com.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly cloudy tonight, low upper 20s to around 30. Partly sunny and mild again tomorrow, high in the upper 30s. On Wednesday, a mixture of sunshine and clouds, highs mid-30s to 40. The mild temps stick around through the rest of the work week and into the upcoming weekend. Currently 35 degrees.
Finding support for my child with ADHD felt overwhelming. I didn't know which direction to take, but Understood.org's resources helped guide me. Now I have the tools I need to keep us moving forward. Visit u.org/yourpath today.
Hey there, Wisconsin. Tom Hartman here. Democracy is not a spectator sport, so join me each and every weekday right here on Civic Media for the Tom Hartman program from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Covering the news of the day and sharing ways for you to get off the sidelines and get active in your community, because change starts with you. Get involved and tune in to the Tom Hartman program Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here.
I just scrolled through a list of the Super Bowl ads, and I totally forgot about the Svedka robot one. That was awful.
I don't even remember that one. I remember the one where they were all at the Dunkin' Donuts.
Protecting Mother Earth.
That was also
Man, it just seemed like, you know how every year there's some new thing that, like, every other commercial is. This year was AI. Man,
Yeah.
it was like,
Right,
this is
15
the year of
seconds.
AI. And like one year it was crypto. Every other one was crypto.
Right.
You know, and now
No,
it's,
for
it's
sure.
AI. Viagra, that was a big one.
I used the.
Broadcasting live statewide from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy who has a black and white plasma TV, Pete Schwaba.
Hey, welcome back. This is Nite Lite. I am Pete Schwaba. It is great to have you here, folks, on this Monday, a gorgeous Monday night in Wisconsin. Why is it gorgeous? Because we are talking about really fun stuff. Aaron Zomers is here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, producing the show from Madison, as I am in the Great White North here, coming to you live. It is great to
Where are you,
talk.
Pete?
I am in Marinette, Mike, a little town you're very well aware of.
I know it well.
What's your home address?
Yeah, I'm going to need that. Put that out there.
God, all hell's breaking loose here. That is the voice of Mike Siegel, ladies and gentlemen. He is my guest right now, and Mike has agreed to stay with us past the news. Leading up to the news, we were talking about sitcoms and the best sitcoms built around comedians. And we talked about Seinfeld and Roseanne, and I've got a couple I'm going to throw at Mike in just a minute.
Okay. I have a couple, too.
Yeah, save those up. We'll discuss, and Zomers, you're welcome to get in on the conversation as well, as are all of you. 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. You can also text us on the app, or if you're watching the radio on YouTube, Facebook, or X, drop us a stream comment. We are always open, and you are always more than welcome to be part of the show, folks, regardless of topic. Having said that, our question of the night is: what is your favorite pizza topping, and what is your least favorite pizza topping? It is National Pizza Day, so let us know. Be part of the show. Hour number 1 has come and gone. We talked to the Door County Film Festival organizers, Kurt Kraus, Antonio Polk, and Chris Opper. The Door County Film Festival happens this weekend. I will be there giving the keynote speech. Very excited about that. So come on out to the Door County Film Festival in one of the most beautiful parts of our state here in Wisconsin, and it promises to be a great time. You can hear all of that on hour number 1 if you go to civicmedia.us. You can also hear hour number 2 at civicmedia.us. We catalog every show in podcast form. Zomers, what am I missing? Are we caught up?
I think we're caught up.
I'm still coughing, though. And you know what I did? I think I just made caffeinated coffee. like I made decaf this morning, and that's why I was so grumpy all day. So I tried to rectify that, and now I'm going to be up till 5 o'clock in the morning.
I was going to say, you're drinking the caffeine at night. Good for you, buddy. I mean, my mom can do that. She can have like a cup of coffee and then go right to bed. I'm like, I can't do that. If I have some after like 4, I'm like, oh, it looks like I'm up late.
Yeah, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I'm kind of all over the place on that. Folks, Rich Locascio will be here at 7:20 as well from WRJN, our on-air pal. He is also he is a wrestling announcer, and he got in on the action this last weekend. So we're going to talk to Rich about that, as well as we're going to have a great discussion too about what wrestlers have made the best actors. So there you go, Mike. There's another topic for you. I go David Batista.
Oh, yeah, Bautista. You got The Rock, of course.
Is The Rock a good actor?
I think he is good. I think he is. He certainly has he's just like total charisma on 2 legs. You know what I mean? He's just he's got it. Some people just have that thing, and he's got it. I haven't seen The Smashing Machine, which I heard he's very good at.
No, I've heard he's good in that too. Yeah. He's got that kind of thing where he can look at you and raise an eyebrow. He's got charisma, but I feel like there should, I don't know, what do I know? All right, so pardon me. We talked about Seinfeld, Roseanne. I'm going to throw another one at you, Mike. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Seinfeld, the dirty Seinfeld, or the R-rated Seinfeld. I thought that
was so funny. Before Larry David, like we all knew Seinfeld, and before Curb Your Enthusiasm, only people in the business knew Larry David.
Yeah,
and then people, when this show shows up on HBO, people are like, "Who was this Larry David?" And then you realize, it's all about him being who he is, and of course, an exaggerated version of him. And it's like, oh, you added 2 and 2 together. And it's like, this is the brains behind the whole Seinfeld show. I mean, this is when you saw the storylines that would come back and the slices of life and stuff like that. It was like, of course, a lot of it was Jerry, but you're like, a lot of it was this guy that I had no idea who he was. And
it makes you wonder too, like when they, like one of the ones I've watched recently was when the season 4, when they make the pilot at the end of the season, and George walks in, and it's Jeremy Piven is auditioning to be him, and George is like, "You gotta be kidding me! This guy's terrible." like, did Larry David do that when Jason Alexander walked to the room and auditioned to be him,
Yeah. I'll throw one out at you, Pete. The Bob Newhart.
Yeah, great one.
There you go. And you realize it's just
2 of them.
Yes, and the secret behind it. I mean, he was so low key.
Yeah.
The key is to just having the right cast around you. Like Seinfeld could not carry a show on his own, and so many of these guys couldn't. Roseanne couldn't do it. You just like an A-level all-star cast around them, and it's hard to make it work, but man, when it does, because Newhart was always a very low-key guy, and his whole signature bit was him talking on the phone and doing a one-way conversation,
as a comedian. That was great.
And the patients are kind of like that, audience, and they just catered it around him so specifically, and it was really well done.
You have to put him up there, too, because he had 2 hit sitcoms where he was basically his own low-key self. And the way they ended the second one is maybe the most brilliant ending in TV history, when they called back his first wife. He's like, "Oh, I had this dream. I owned an inn." It was just so great.
It was a great callback.
Brilliant.
The other one I have is Ray Romano. Again, a stellar cast. And on his own, it was just like, he's got that weird voice. He's very, it's like, could he pull it off? And then, boy, did they put an all-star cast around him, man. And it just worked. It just worked. And that's Phil Rosenthal, too. You got to give it up.
He was the Larry David of that show. I read recently, probably a couple weeks ago, that the Ray Romano was supposed to have Joe Rogan's role in news radio. Did you know that?
I did know that. He was fired.
He got fired, yeah.
Yeah,
so
and
there you go.
It was such a small part, too. I was like, what were they looking for in that role? What did Rogan have, like 2 lines a week? I mean, it was like in 1 or 2 scenes. I mean, it was just, we got to get rid of him. And then the other famously firing one was, who was it from Friends? Phoebe from Friends? Lisa Kudrow. She was fired from being Frasier's engineer, the Roz part in Frasier.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
She may have gotten as far as the pilot, but yeah, she was fired at the last minute and recast. And then she did okay.
Brutal. Yeah,
but if
did
she had
well
gotten,
for
she wouldn't have
herself.
gotten Friends if she had gotten, the other one. So
She made
it
a lot
worked
more
out
money at
fine.
Friends. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
For sure. Here's my last one for you, Mike. Larry Sanders, Gary Shandling, the Larry Sanders Show.
Brilliant.
Outstanding.
Brilliant. Have you gone back? Have you done a deep dive?
Yeah, I have 4 or 5 go-to episodes that I go to periodically. The one where the Hankersizer and the one where Artie gets caught in bad traffic and they don't want to tell Larry the producer's not there.
Right.
And the one where Jeremy Piven, it's Larry's birthday and they're all trying to figure out what to get Larry to kiss up to him. I mean, there's some brilliant. It's some of the best TV ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
And the best cast. And it's really incredible. But I'd love to go back and just for Rip Torn alone.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Have a salty dog.
I think I told you when I was at Century City once at a movie, and I walked into the restroom, and at the urinal was Jeffrey Tambor, and so I sidle up next to him, and there's a lot of other urinals available, but I wanted to stand next to him, and it was so hard not to go, hey now. I didn't, but oh man, was it tough not to do that. He was
so good. Everybody was so good.
Yeah,
and the only thing that's changed about it, but I mean, yes, the business has totally changed, and those late night shows are not what they used to be. But good writing is good writing.
Absolutely,
that lasts. Good joke
Agreed.
is a good joke.
Mike, this was fun as always, my friend. Thank you so much. Enjoy that sunshine and warm weather, and think about your old pal Petey. And let's
always do, Pete.
Let's do it again soon.
And you're always welcome to come out.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yes.
I'll see you this weekend.
Done and done.
And your girlfriend's like, what did you say to him? He's coming now? Okay. Thank you, buddy. Much
Thanks,
appreciated, Mike.
Good to see
All
you.
right. Mike Siegel, folks, check out the Travel Tales podcast. Truly one of the best ones out there, and Mike does a great job. So let's get caught up on some text here. How behind am I, Aaron?
Not very.
Not very? Okay. We've got Carol from Madison in the 608, and this is, I should have read this from Mike, was there. Pete, either 4 or 8 years ago, the curling team from McFarland, Wisconsin, just outside of Madison, took gold in the Olympics. I remember that. Now she tells
I do too.
me.
That was impressive.
That was impressive. Hey, a gold medal is a gold medal, right? I mean, whether it's a sport I'm really into or not, I have nothing but respect for someone who brings home a gold medal. So we've got, let's get back here to the text line and see where we're at. We've got Monica from Mount Horeb says, have to have mushrooms and black olives. No dead flies. What's that mean?
I should hope there are no dead flies on anybody's
I thought that was kind of
pizza.
understood. Yeah. She continues, I think one time there was a dead fly in the box when it got closed up. It wound up on my pie. Speaking of flies, seems too much of a coincidence that Conrad bailed after Flygate, what I'm calling your zipper breaking incident. Wow, that's very clever, Monica. Thank you. Zommers, watch out for Schwaba's wardrobe malfunctions. That was really weird. I did speak openly about that on the show, Zommers. I think we sent that to you for promo because it was just me being forthcoming and saying, you know what, I'm doing the show with my fly open. It was one of those nights.
And the show must go on.
What am I supposed to do, right? But Monica has a great memory. Thank you for that. Thank you for the text, Monica. Where else? What do we have here? We've got Tom in Hartford says, I like the halftime show. Also, the game was one of the better games I have seen for a Super Bowl. Wow,
I'm going to
Tom.
have to disagree with you there.
Yes. You could certainly argue the halftime show was because it was the most viewed ever, so people obviously didn't turn it off. But the game, I would disagree with you on, but I appreciate the text. AJ from Madison in the 608 says, jalapeno, black olives, and pepperoni.
Got a couple of social media comments.
Yeah, lay them on me.
Mike Mercury says, are you just pimping for big pizza?
Always, Mike. Scott in the 608 says, hey, Pete, onion goes great with garlic. Onion goes great with pineapple. Onions is a great topping. And FYI, a great guest would be Paul Grimstad of Manitowoc, Wisconsin. Paul's a UW grad and UW-Madison grad, and he appears in the Marty Supreme movie And in the movie in the battle movie with all the awards, one battle after another. You're from Manitowoc, Summers. Does that sound
I sure
familiar?
am. Maybe I can get the hookup.
Yeah. Hook a brother up, man. Thank you for the text. Appreciate that, Scott. Monica also says, did I read that? I already read that, yeah. John says, garbage pizza. This is John from Oshkosh. More toppings, the better. Yeah. Because at some point, it just becomes a big mess. And it's still going to taste good.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
pizza.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like you either got to go with a ton of toppings or very minimal.
Okay.
Like a good margarita pizza, if it's like actually, Italian style, that thin crust of wood-baked or wood stove
Definitely.
baked pizza. Those are delicious.
I got nothing against margarita pizza. I'm with you, buddy. Richard from the 608 says, thin crust garbage pizza, my favorite. Another vote for garbage. Tom from Hartford said, let's save that one, Zombers. We short on time here, buddy?
Yeah.
All right, we're coming right back. Rich Lucasio's up next, folks. This is Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite, wrestling talk, and more of your texts coming up next on the Civic Media Radio Network.
.7 WMDX, almost as addictive as your group chat. You're staring at the fridge like it's going to talk to you.
Rich, it looks like you are currently muted and everything. Oh.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Ah, man, I'm still tired from Saturday. You saw the footage.
I did. I have questions. I'm excited.
I bet you do. And
when we come back, Rich, I'm going to read just a few texts because I got to get caught up, and then we'll jam. All right?
Yeah, all good. All good.
Awesome. How are things at RJN?
I mean, all things considered with the changes and whatnot, I mean, it's, you know what, I'm confident that we're going to turn the ship around as a whole.
Yeah, I hope so.
So, I mean, all of us are determined to do it. Like, we got three salespeople, myself being one of them. We got Steve and Tiffany, and, we're already out there pounding the pavement. I made probably like 50 phone calls today.
Nice.
So, we got to get it done.
Give me 1 second.
You got it.
I'll be right back. Welcome back.
Like a dog down on the car.
What is that?
Square in the spotlight.
This is the Mountain Goats.
Oh, I love the Mountain Goats.
Foreign Object off their album Beat the Champ, which is all about pro wrestling.
I don't know their stuff that much, but what I hear from them, I absolutely love. And that, of course, is in reference to our next guest, who will be along in just a moment. Rich Lucasio is coming up. Let's get caught up on a couple more texts here. Zommers, Tom from the 262 says, gotta have pepperoni, extra cheese, mushrooms is good, a small amount of cooked onion, prefer thin crust. I like to buy pizza from Crossroads 2 in St. Martin's, which is near Hales Corners. When I get the pizza home, I put butter on, I put butter on each slice, let it melt, then a little cracked pepper and a small amount of sea salt. The best, try it, you will be amazed. Wow, Tom from Hartford.
Seems
Earning
like you've
his
got it
money.
down to a science.
That's fantastic. He says worst is anchovies and maybe pineapple. Okay, I'm kind of with you there, Tom. Thank you for the suggestion, though. Cheryl in the 715 says pizza choice, chicken, pepperoni, and pineapple, but with barbecue sauce, not pizza sauce. I like that, too. That can be very good at times. Like the station show at any time of day. Well, thank you very much, Cheryl. Nice to hear that. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your text. Let's see, where are we at here? Let's try to get a couple more in here before we bring Rich in. Carol, we read that one. Are we caught up, Summers?
We just got another one from John in Madison.
Yes, our pal John Murray from Madison in the 608 says, hello and good evening, gents. Here's my notion on toppings. Any combo of toppings you like sounds good to me because I like everything except for broccoli. That's all in caps, by the way, Summers. Great side dish at dinner, broccoli, but if you add it to any combo of even like 10 toppings on a pizza, you only end up with a stinky broccoli cloud pizza. Thanks for a great show. Thank you, John. Thank you for the inside info.
I'm going to have to agree on that. Broccoli has its place in a lot of dishes, and pizza is not one of them, in my opinion.
I agree. Did we get all the social media texts?
No, there are a few more.
Okay.
Amanda Nimmer says, no pineapple, anchovies, barbecue sauce, Canadian bacon, or lettuce. So none of those. Those are all out.
Okay.
And make sure that it is stuffed crust.
That's quite a list.
Also,
sorry. Go ahead, Aaron.
Matt Harper, pepperoni and hot sauce.
Hot sauce on a pizza. I think I love that.
I've put hot honey on a cheese pizza before. That was pretty good.
That sounds really good. We've got Boris Hamilton says no onions, bell peppers, or pineapple. Most everything else is fine. Okay. And my pal Vince Moranto, who was on the show last week, says my build a pizza is as follows in order of importance: sausage, green peppers, onion, or Italian beef, hot giardiniera. Anything else is fine. Not a big fan of pineapple or tomato slices. Where are you at with tomato slices, Zommers?
I think it really depends on the sauce and how thick the sauce is and everything.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it just conflicts with it.
Kind of redundant.
It's just wrong.
I agree with you, and I agree with Vince there as well. Mike Desitel, I've never met a pizza I didn't like, and it shows. Oh, come on, Mike. None of us have. Hey, let's ask our next guest what he thinks about pizza. We're going to talk wrestling. We're going to talk WRJN. But first off, my pleasure, folks. It is always my pleasure to welcome the immensely talented, always entertaining Rich Locascio. Hey, buddy, how are you?
Mr. Pine Tree Mauler, how are you, sir?
Dude, you know what? I dropped that earlier when I was talking about your appearance on the show, and I think that only works if I explain to people that there's a mall in Marinette called the Pine Tree Mall. What do you think?
That's right.
All right. It sounds cool on its own. I'm just saying.
It does. Like, it's out of context completely. It totally works. And, like, it instills fear, and that's the important thing, right?
Exactly. Hey, you're a Jersey boy, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. How do you like your pizza, Rich?
Oh, I'm glad that you asked me that question, Pete. So, my go-to, and I have to tell you, it's almost impossible to find out here in Wisconsin, but it's something that screams Wisconsin because it's all about cheese. Have you ever heard of white pizza?
Is that with, like, garlic sauce?
You can do garlic sauce. There's so many different iterations of white pizza, but the most important thing is mozzarella, ricotta, and you put some fresh vegetables on there, some garlic, some olive oil drizzle. It is amazing.
Oh, wow. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
So you can't get that anywhere?
I haven't seen it anywhere in Wisconsin, and I am open to somebody saying, hey, Rich on the radio, we'll do that for you.
All right. Good. So if you know, let's help a Jersey brother out here, folks.
Absolutely.
What were you gonna say, Zommers?
I thought that white pizza was just like Jack's Cheese or whatever the cheapest frozen cheese pizza you have.
Forget about it.
Spoken like a true Jersey boy. Rich, it's great to have you on the program tonight. How are things at WRJN? We're going to talk some wrestling after the news, but is everything okay? You mentioned you're doing the sales. You're on air. You're kind of doing everything.
I am, and this is not to prop myself up, but I'm wearing a lot of different hats. I'm in sales. I'm managing big deals. I'm doing commercials. I'm hosting a show on Sundays called the Sunday Sampler on WRJN. We're doing local news, timeless hits. I love the music. This is the music that I grew up with. So it is the perfect synergy, everything put together. And I love what I do. And I have so much passion behind it. You, of all people, Pete, know that.
I do know that. You do that. You bring that with your wrestling and everything. So we're going to talk wrestling with Rich after the news. He was part of a really cool event this past weekend, and he's got more stuff to talk about that's coming up. We're also going to talk about who his favorite wrestlers turned actors are. Bud in Janesville in the 608 over the rebroadcast said, "Hey Pete, now I'm oh no, I can't read that just yet. We'll read Bud's other text when we come back." Hey, this is Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite. I am so glad you're here, folks. It's the Civic Media Radio Network.
Right off into space. I can see the future. It's a real dark place. Choked out, choked out, choked out, choked out, choked out, choked out.
Talk radio for people who mute their TVs. 92.7 WMDX.
This report brought to you by Downdren's Distilling, a destination craft distillery focused on creating unique spirits. Online at downdrens.com or visit the tasting room in Cottage Grove.
ABC News, I'm Stephanie Officer. Reaction from House lawmakers who visited the DOJ Monday to review unredacted versions of the Epstein files. Kentucky GOP Congressman Thomas Massey.
The user interface is a little clunky at first, but what I saw that bothered me were the names of at least 6 men that have been redacted that are likely incriminated by their inclusion in these files.
Audio and video of last December's deadly Brown University shooting was released today. It includes redacted body cam video from police officers responding to the scene and the calls being made requesting more help. The video shows a chaotic picture where at times officers were unaware if the shooter was even still in the building. 2 students died in that attack, 9 others were hurt. The shooter later took his own life. Here's the voice of an unidentified officer.
Shut down all traffic on Hope and Brook. In the front and the back of this building, we need to shut traffic down.
This is ABC News.
The Bucks take on the Magic. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. The Bucks in Florida tonight against the Orlando Magic. Milwaukee looking to extend a 3-game winning streak after beating the Pacers Friday night. Baseball, the Brewers confirmed they've made a trade sending 3 players to the Red Sox, including Caleb Durbin, Andrew Monasterio. In return, they pick up 3, a pair of left-handed pitchers, Kyle Harrison, Shane Drowan. NFL, the Seahawks defense dominated as Seattle beat the Patriots 29-13 in Super Bowl 60. A rough night for the Patriots quarterback, Drake May.
Yeah, it's hurt. No doubt. It definitely hurts. It's been a long ride. They played better than us tonight.
Seattle's Jackson Smith-Njigba sang the praise of their quarterback, Sam Darnold, after the game.
Sam Darnold, he's a beast. He's everything that you want in a quarterback and a leader. He led his troops today like he's been doing all season. He's a world champ, and that's something you can't take from him, man.
That Seahawks receiver, Jackson Smith-Njigba. From Super Bowl 60, I'm Mike Clemens.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Native Wisconsinite Mark Ruffalo had some harsh words for Kevin O'Leary after the Shark Tank star had harsh words for Billie Eilish, who had harsh words for the current administration's ICE policies. Eilish used her time after winning her Grammy Award to express her disapproval and ultimately dropped an F-bomb toward ICE. O'Leary later said on Fox News America Reports that by expressing her opinion, she and other performers or celebrities alienate half their audience, adding that Eilish should just shut her mouth and entertain. Ruffalo took to the platform Threads to say, "Kevin O'Leary, why don't you just STFU?" and insinuated that O'Leary was fine playing himself in Marty Supreme, but he has no business digging into real artists. Love Mark Ruffalo and love a good Hollywood fight. For more showbiz fun, tune into Nite Lite with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 5 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
This report brought to you by Sugar River Pizza, your catering expert. Host your party in their gorgeous Sun Prairie location or a venue of your choice. SugarRiverPizza.com.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly cloudy tonight, low upper 20s to around 30. Partly sunny and mild again tomorrow, high in the upper 30s. On Wednesday, a mixture of sunshine and clouds, highs mid-30s to 40. The mild temps stick around through the rest of the work week and into the upcoming weekend. Currently 35 degrees.
Would you like to contact Congress and let them know your views about issues that are important to you? Leave a message for your U.S. representative or your senator by calling the Capitol switchboard at 202-224-3121. Phone lines are open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Standard phone rates may apply. To send an email, go to senate.gov or house.gov for more information. A public service message from the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm Rick Smith, host of The Rick Smith Show. If you're looking for honest talk, real stories, and straight-up news that matters to you, tune in to The Rick Smith Show. We're digging into the issues that affect your job, your family, your future. Join me weeknights.
That's right, folks. We're going to talk a little wrestling. This is Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite. It is great to have you here. I want to finish this text before we get back to our guest. This is from the rebroadcast. Bud is always good about texting in the 608. He says, this is from after Friday night show. Hey, Pete and Aaron, just wanted to chime in on your question. I believe the Patriots are going to win in extra innings 3-2. A call back to Zommers' prediction. Love your show, and I do enjoy the Zommers. Bud from Janesville. P.S. just called in a water main break on Lafayette Street and the things I see slinging papers. He's out there all by himself, Zommers.
Doing the Lord's work.
Doing the Lord's work. Hey, Rich Locascio is here, folks. He is an account executive and on-air host at WRJN. He's also an outstanding wrestling ring announcer. He gave me the nickname the Pine Tree Mauler, which I think is pretty... I almost said a bad word there, but I think it's really cool. Rich, how are you tonight? You hanging in there, buddy?
I'm doing all right. I mean, all things considered. I mean, you would think, me being a ring announcer, everything's all fine and well. I do a show once a month and everything. Can't really say that happened a couple nights ago because, hey, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I came out, shook hands with everybody in the front row. I got into the ring, started doing my introduction. Next thing I know, 3 guys tackle me. I'm restrained in the corner. One's got my one arm, one's got my other arm, and the other one's got my microphone, Pete. And he's saying some pretty defamatory things in my direction. None of which that I can repeat on this show.
No, you can't.
I cannot. You saw the footage.
I saw a lot of the footage, and I saw this. Let's back up just for a second. This was at Headlocks. What was the event was called?
House of Headlock.
House of Headlock. And how are you feeling after that?
Sore, embarrassed, emasculated.
What triggered it, Rich? Because I did see. I saw 2 different videos. I saw one where you stood up and you were squaring off with a guy. You took your glasses off. You marched over there. Was the thing where you got restrained right after that?
No, brother, you're burying the lead. Hold on a second here. So
okay.
the video of me getting tackled, restrained, that happened at the beginning of the night. Okay. What happened at the end of the night was basically me blowing a gasket because, I felt so embarrassed. And my girlfriend sitting front row and witnessed all of this happening. And it doesn't happen often, Pete. I'm a pretty even-keeled guy.
Yeah.
But in front of my friends, my girlfriend, my peers, I had to take a stand.
I would say so. Tell us where that was, Rich. I had the poster here. I'm looking for it. The house. Oh, here it is. House of Headlocks presents Standoff. Wait a minute. That's the one in March.
Yeah, that's the 3rd anniversary show coming up Saturday, March 7th. So House of Headlocks is a wrestling training school in Butler, Wisconsin. And what we do is, for people that are interested in getting into the business, we teach them everything that they need to know. So, and I can tell you, they're in good hands. These are people that I've known for years, and everything is down to a science. It's really good. And basically what House of Headlocks wants to do is, I know it sounds kind of cliche, but bring up the next crop of superstars in the business in southeastern Wisconsin in the hopes that they make it to WWE or All Elite Wrestling or New Japan Pro Wrestling or one of the bigger companies in the eyes of professional wrestling.
Man, so, all right, so, okay, House of Headlocks. Now walk us back to this weekend, the incident, as I will call it from here on out. What was said to you that set you off, that made you, who were sitting ringside, stand up, take your glasses off like you're Clint Eastwood, and walk over there was it a callback from what had happened earlier? Because you look like a total badass, dude.
So, yeah, it was a callback to earlier. So basically, now there's 5 of these guys in this group, which I will affectionately refer to as the Mickey Mouse Club, because that's what I called them last month, ironically. Now, there's 5 of these guys. Now, 3 of them decided to come out and completely embarrass me, humiliate me, restrain me in the corner. Not cool. As a ring announcer, I'm not supposed to be physically involved, and there's a line that was crossed. These guys should know you're not supposed to put your hands on the ring announcer. They crossed the line. So
why did they do that? What
they
started
obviously
that?
were pretty upset about what I said. I called them the Mickey Mouse Club, and I embarrassed them, not from a physical standpoint, but I got the crowd on my side because I have that magnetic personality, Pete.
Yes, you do.
And they just didn't like that. So what they did was they figured that they could make an example out of me, and they proved their point, but I did not go down without a fight, and we'll allude to that. I want to get to what the video that you saw that was from the end of the night.
Yeah, the videos. I had trouble playing one of them because of a TikTok thing. Even though I have TikTok, it kept pushing me to the App Store. It was very confusing. But this all took place February 7th. How, I thought at one point you were on the show, Rich, and you said you didn't really do a ton of wrestling. I'm just amazed, that you got in the middle of that as an announcer.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So to go to what you were saying before, as far as, so you got these 5 Mickey Mouse Club guys in the ring, they're standing their ground like, hey, we run everything here. The actual promoter comes out from the back and says, listen, this ain't cool. So here's what's going to happen. On Saturday, March 7th, we're going to have a 5-on-5 match, and it's going to be what he calls Mustafa rules, which, I don't even know what that is. So, but I tell you what, I'm very intrigued. So 3 guys representing House of Headlocks came out and said, you know what? I want to be on the side of House of Headlocks and forget the Mickey Mouse guys. So they're looking for 2 more guys. Like, okay, so the promoter's like, okay, so who's going to step up? Who wants to join us? And all of a sudden you hear me say, hang on a second. And then that's when I blew a gasket. I stood up, I took my glasses off, and the crowd just went nuts. And I start walking over to the ring, and I grab a steel chair.
Oh, that's right. You look like you're going to throw the chair and go full Bobby Knight on them.
So I've coined this term, and I'm about to use it right now. Long time ago, Pete, I dispensed what is called Jersey justice. I almost had to make a call back there, and it's not necessarily something that I'm proud of, but the fact of the matter is, I got to stand up for myself, and especially in front of my girlfriend, in front of my friends and my peers, I'm absolutely going to do that. It's like a switch going off. The switch was flipped, and there I am.
Dude, I know that wrestling has this reputation. It's this, it's that, it's not real, whatever. Your expression and the look you had on your face was real. And it's not, even if you know, I mean, I just know you, and I was blown away. I'm like, he is really ticked off right now. Or you're a great actor, Rich.
So I'm going to give you a slight peek behind the curtain here, Pete.
Okay.
So as I'm walking over to the promoter, he's dead thinking like, okay, Rich, are you about to lend your services? Do you want to be the fourth guy in this team? I didn't answer that question, but here I am, you know, fuming, holding the steel chair. My girlfriend's sitting in the front row, and all I say to her is, I love you. I'm sorry. She didn't know that this was going to happen. So the reaction that you hear from her is 100% genuine.
Oh, it's so great. That's so great, dude. Rich LoCascio is my guest. He is an account executive and on-air host at WRJN, one of our Civic Media brothers here. And he is also a very talented and very busy ring announcer who got thrown into the fray last weekend. Now tell us what's going to happen on March 7th. It's this House of Headlocks. It's the same organization.
Yes, sir.
Is there going to be retribution? Is there going to be follow-up? What? Walk us through that. And where can people see it if they want to go?
So what they got to do is they got to go the House of Headlocks Facebook page, ticketsource.com/HOH, Saturday, March 7th. The name of the show is called Standoff. It is the 3-year anniversary show for House of Headlocks. The main event will be a 5-on-5 match. Whoa. Team House of Headlocks versus, I will actually call them what they are referred to as the Dark Match Mafia. Those are the guys that jumped me at the beginning of the show on Saturday night. So what I've been telling people on social media, people that I've been showing this video to, you included, Pete, is the fact that on Saturday, March 7th, one way or another, I will have my vengeance.
That is Rich LoCascio doing his best Maximus, I think. So what does that mean, Rich? I mean, you're the announcer. Are you going to go in there and start kicking ass and taking names? Like, are you worried that these guys are going to bury you?
At this point, you know what? All bets are off.
Okay.
And a good strategist never reveals his game plan before the day of the battle.
All right, very well said. Well, I wish you luck, and I hope you come back and tell us how it went. I'm a little frightened for you as your friend. You're a big guy.
That.
I'm sure you don't back down from anybody, but, like, you're the announcer. You know, I mean, you're a little out of your wheelhouse here, but I think that's pretty admirable, too.
I'm gonna be getting in the gym over the next few weeks, Pete, and you know what? It's lit a fire in me that I didn't think existed anymore.
Listen, I took martial arts for years, Rich, and I don't remember any of it. I'm happy to help you out if I can. Hey, tell us what's going on with WrestleMania 42 in April. This is a big event. Is this coming to Wisconsin?
No.
Okay.
I wish. I mean, I would love if WrestleMania came to like American Family Field or, you know, or they have it at Camp Randall or something like that. That would be spectacular. But WrestleMania 42 is going back to Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. And the Royal Rumble just happened recently. And the build-up now, it's really interesting. I mean, we don't know all the ins and outs because we're over 2 months away from WrestleMania. But the one match that they've already started building is Roman Reigns, who I know you remember Roman Reigns from WrestleMania 40, versus CM Punk, who is the current World Heavyweight Champion. So these two guys have 16 years of history as far as the business is concerned. And there's two massive egos. I'll put it like that. Two massive egos. When you have two alpha rams coming together, anything can happen.
Yeah, that's a great point. All right, so before we let you go, Rich, how are we doing on time, Aaron?
40 seconds.
I hear music. Okay, we're coming right back. We'll have a few more minutes with my pal Rich LoCascio, who is joining us over the stream from beautiful southeast Wisconsin. And I'm going to ask you, Rich, who your favorite actor wrestler is. We'll do that when we come back. AZ can weigh in and I'll weigh in as well.
AZ's got my back.
That's how we'll wrap up this show tonight, folks. This has been fun. We'll also read your texts. This is Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Sing the song, join the jamboree. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E.
Not just headlines, insight. Not just noise, conversation. 92.7 WMDX is your home for real news and great conversation in Madison.
Did Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers allow unauthorized immigrants to get taxpayer-funded health care? No.
But the veto that Governor Evers did, allowing illegal aliens to continue to get taxpayer-funded health care, I mean, that's just a bad veto.
Contrary to Republican U.S. Representative Tom Tiffany's December 10th claim that Evers' veto allowed taxpayer-funded coverage, no such coverage exists. Unauthorized immigrants are not eligible for federally or state-funded health care coverage in Wisconsin. 14 states use state funds to cover unauthorized immigrants, but Wisconsin does not. Evers vetoed a Republican-backed bill December 5th that would have barred public funds for health care coverage for unauthorized immigrants, calling it polarizing political rhetoric. Fact briefs are bite-sized fact checks of trending claims produced by Wisconsin Watch and GigaFact. Read more at wisconsinwatch.org.
Hey there, Wisconsin. Tom Hartman here. Democracy is not a spectator sport, so join me each and every weekday right here on Civic Media for the Tom Hartman program from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Covering the news of the day and sharing ways for you to get off the sidelines and get active in your community, because change starts with you. Get involved and tune in to the Tom Hartman program Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on your local Civic Media radio station.
This is Robert Pilot of Native Roots Radio. On our show, we share stories from Turtle Island, highlighting the people and issues shaping our communities. From protecting water to treaty rights and preserving languages and traditions, we cover it all. Hear voices like Irvina Martin of Emerge Wisconsin, Dr. Stately, Robert Lilligren, and more. Because Native issues are human issues, and human issues are Native issues.
Native Roots Radio, weeknights at 8 on your local Civic Media radio station.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
We've all felt left out. And for people who move to this country, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Local news, real voices, and conversations that count.
Welcome back, folks. This is Nite Lite. I am Pete Schwaba. It is so great to have you here. We've had a fun Monday night, and one last text we've got here on the stream. Cornell says, try some Jägermeister liqueur 56 gargle. A little clears the throat and lungs. I don't know if that was for me or for Rich Lucasio.
I think so, since you've got the cough going on.
I got the cough. I went to the doctor. I get this cough, Rich, that won't go away. I could not wrestle an ounce.
Interesting. Now,
makes me
I was
sad.
thinking the suggestion. I think I can't do that as part of my training regimen here. So, I mean,
Yeah, right.
I mean, I could, but I'd be backsliding already on day 2, essentially.
Oh,
If
that's
you do-
hilarious.
If either of you do need some Jägermeister, I do have a bottle that you can pour from that I got for $20, like 5 years. It's a lifetime supply, and it was on clearance, and so I bought it.
Is that a
because
good
how
deal?
often do you actually use Jägermeister?
True. That's a good point.
That's the story of my life, AZ. If it's on clearance, I'm going to buy it.
I go a step further. If it's free, it's me. That's my. That's how I roll.
love that.
Rich, before we let you go, I have to
Yeah.
ask you. You're a big personality. You're a very talented guy. You're on the air. You're behind the scenes. You're doing the performing with the wrestling announcing. Who's your favorite wrestler that made that transition from the ring to the big screen?
I'm going to give you two.
Okay.
I'm going to start off with Roddy Piper.
Oh yeah.
They Live. I love that movie, and again, that fight scene between Roddy Piper and Keith David, that was all real. Like, I mean, they got a lot of good footage, and you could see at the end, like, you can't fake that.
Right. Well, that's a great. I totally forgot about that movie. Who's the other one?
Jesse the Body Ventura.
Oh, loved him in Predator.
Predator, The Running Man. I mean,
that's
both
right.
of those, you can't go wrong with either one of those. And I'll give you, watch the movie No Holds Barred with Hulk Hogan. There's a lot of great wrestling cameos in there.
Okay. What about Batista? How do you feel about David Batista? I think he might be my favorite, at least modern day one.
So I got nothing against David Batista. I think he's a great actor. Now, I will tell you, I was a little confused because I heard that he is going to be in a new movie called The Wrecking Crew. And the first thing that I think about when I hear the words The Wrecking Crew is the session musicians that did all the hits back in the 60s. So I'm like, so is Dave Batista going to be playing guitar, playing drums? Like, how does that going to work? And then I saw the trailer and I'm like, whoa, I was completely surprised.
Yeah, that was great. I think he's just a likable guy and kind of underplays things. In fact, I saw him and I thought that guy's pretty good. He's got to be an ex-jock or a wrestler. I didn't know who he was the first time I saw him, and I thought it was great. Rich, please take care of yourself. Don't run your trap too
all things
much.
considered.
All right, you got to. I know you like the jaw, man, but you need to stay in one piece. You have a girlfriend. You got a great gig here at Civic Media. Just take it easy.
I know. April keeps telling me that, and it's like for me, there's not enough hours in a day. But again, when somebody tests your manhood, I'll put it like that. Somebody tests your manhood and attacks you when it happened a month ago. I called them the Mickey Mouse Club a month ago. Like, I mean, is it really that damaging to their egos?
Apparently so. Well, next time you come back, I just want you in one piece. That's all I'm saying. And
I can't promise that, but I will do the best I can.
Thank you, sir. Always fun to talk to you, buddy. Keep up the great work.
Thank you. BAG, you guys are the best.
Thanks, Rich. Back at you. That is Rich Locascio. I'll have to share these videos with you, Aaron. They're pretty. Yeah,
I have not seen that.
It's disturbing. I on the one hand, I'm impressed that he did not back down, but on the other hand, it's like, it's okay to back down. Don't overdo this. I would like to thank all my guests tonight, including Rich Locascio, Mike Siegel, Kurt Kraus, Antonio Polk, and Chris Opper from the Door County Film Festival. That should be a gas this weekend. Tomorrow night on Nite Lite, I've got actor and comedian Lenny Schmidt, who's going to tell us about the role he did on the show Southland. And who else we got tomorrow? Aaron, is it Matt Miller? Oh, man, it's Matt Miller. I love it. Yes, Milwaukee film critic Matt Miller will be here. Wednesday, we've got Rob Thomas, Civic Media's own Greg Bach, and a filmmaker to be named later. It's going to be a blast, folks. A couple more texts here before we get out of here. John Murray also says boneless buffalo wings pizza. You heard about that?
I've not tried that, but I mean, buffalo chicken pizza is good, so I'm sure that
so
would be good.
I totally agree. Tony the trucker from the 608 says, Pete, anything and everything is good, just no anchovies. Quantity is also important. Too much toppings and the pizza doesn't cook properly. Yeah, that's a great point. He says, I hate a soggy crust. I'm with you, Tony the trucker. Chris from Sun Prairie says, sausage, pepperoni, green olives, mushrooms is my go-to, but I can eat anything on pizza, but it's got to be really thin crust or Chicago deep dish. No in between. Wow. Chicago has the best deep dish pizza, hands down. Oh, and I agree with one of your listeners. Don't broccoli on pizza. Makes me sick just thinking about it. And I can't do barbecue sauce. Just can't do it, not on pizza. I have to say I like barbecue sauce on pizza, but I get it, Chris. Thank you for the text, my friend. 818 Bridget says, I like veggies on my pizza. I don't like pineapple. Are you surprised, Aaron? Not as many people said veggies?
No, I feel like, I don't know. I could see veggies going either way. I feel like most people don't really care. And then I could see that being polarizing, just not quite as much as pineapple.
All right. Well said. Steady Eddie in the 6
people who don't like peppers.
We'll say that again.
We did get a few people who don't like peppers, and I gotta say,
true.
I'm a big fan of bell peppers on pizza. Just not banana peppers.
Steady Eddie says, Pete, please sing to the Dean Martin hit song, When the Moon Hits Your Eye Like a Thin Crust Pizza Pie, topped with lots of Italian sausage and Wisconsin cheese, but no pineapple or anchovies. That's amore. And that is Steady Eddie, folks. Perfect out. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you again tomorrow. On behalf of Mr. Aaron Zomers, I'm Pete Schwaba saying good night, Wisconsin.